All right, what's up, y'all? Jerry here, and we are back with another daily live stream. And we're not wasting any time, man. We're hopping right in to a fast puppy. We are at pick 10. Happy Sunday, everybody. One thing I do want to be talking about in this live stream is some of these players that are scaring me a little bit. And the way I'm going to define players that scare me are ones that are usually rising pretty fast in ADP who I don't necessarily feel too good about. I think they might be a little overpriced for their situation, but they do have the opportunity to crush me if I'm wrong. So, going to be talking about some of those guys as they pop up. And I don't know. Do I draft them? Do I stay away? I don't know. That's why they kind of scare me because I don't necessarily like these guys, but they could also just be the ones to crush me. And we are in a fast puppy, pick 10, 4 picks away right now. No one in the first round, I would say, necessarily scares me too much. They all just feel like pretty good picks. And I mean, maybe some of these receivers, CD Jefferson, I don't feel so great about. But I just like the running back bets a lot more right here. And that's usually where I tend to lean. Now, if Amon-Ra St. Brown comes back to me, I would be very happy. Jefferson gets drafted at 8. St. Brown does go at 9. I'm going to go ahead and take James Cook. Kind of just a guy I've been drafting in this range the most lately. And I don't really see why he wouldn't smash. Again, there's really no reason why he wouldn't. Bills offensive coordinator gets promoted to head coach. Just all green lights for James Cook. Good offensive line too. And what's up, Nathan? How we doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome to the live stream. AJ Brown gets pulled up to 13. Interesting. Kenneth Walker does too. Now, Saquon's available. I kind of want to reach down a little bit and take Chase Brown. Saquon, man, he could be so good, or he kind of scares me a little bit. Right before this, I actually just saw, who was it? I think it was BBG post a little clip of Tank Bigsby training. And man, I mean, any sort of little edited workout video can make anyone look incredible. But Tank's going pretty hard, man. I like a lot of Tank Bigsby this year. Is Saquon just falling off? Maybe. I don't know. He's under contract with Philly for a few more years. I remember they extended him like last year after they won the Super Bowl for another couple of years. So they definitely think that he has a lot left in the tank. But the offensive line isn't necessarily getting better in Philly. There was some talk about some guys retiring. Hopefully their new offensive coordinator is an improvement, though. Who was it? Kevin Patullo they had last year. No one really liked. Maybe that was a problem. But if Saquon can get back to explosive runs, will be a great pick. But I like Chase Brown, too. Just betting on the Cincinnati offense. And if Joe Burrow can stay healthy the whole year, Chase Brown, another guy who's playing for a contract, too, I like him a lot. Also Canadian. And my goodness, Drake London fell all the way to 24 in this draft to the team with Jahmyr Gibbs. And then they pull up Zay Flowers. It's a pretty interesting start. Jahmyr Gibbs, Drake London, Zay Flowers. I'm no stranger to pulling up Zay Flowers sometimes and getting a little different with a Lamar stack. I'm a little jealous. That's quite nice. And welcome to the stream, everyone. Happy Sunday. If you could do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you are new. We're streaming every single day, man. Having a great time doing it. Oh, Nathan just started with Cook and Brown at 12. Yeah, people like pulling up the AJ Brown to pick 12 or pick 13 at the turn, whatever you want. Or were you talking about Chase Brown? One of the Browns. There's a lot of Browns, man. But hey, if you started Cook and Chase Brown, then look at us, man. We're in it together. Now, Guy on the thumbnail, Emeka Egbuka. This is a player who scares me because man, if he just actually plays like he did at the start of last year, like his first 5 or 6 games, and it was the injury that hurt him, then he's a true superstar. He was like a top 3 receiver in the league the first few weeks. And then when the Bucks offense fell off, Baker and Egbuka both got hurt. His, production did as well. But you also have a healthy Chris Godwin now. I know Mike Evans is gone. Jalen McMillan's going to be back healthy. Cade Otton, absolute stud, as everyone knows. Jalen Waddle gets pulled up. I'm tempted to take a receiver. I'm tempted to take a quarterback. Let's go Josh Allen when we have James Cook. Let's try it out. Y'all know I don't take too much Josh Allen, but I kind of like him on James Cook teams. So let's try this out. But Egbuka, going into his second year, I kind of feel like he could just be this year's Ladd McConkey from last year, where, Ladd had a really great second half of the year, which is why I think he ended up in the second round. He kind of fell to the third round a bit sometimes. And if Egbuka's production was flipped, if, he was a top 3, top 5 receiver in the last 5 or 6 games of the season, I think he'd be going a lot higher than he is right now. But since it was early and he kind of fell off, is why he's going late third, early fourth. But he's been a guy who's been rising like crazy. I have a lot more Chris Godwin than I do Egbuka. I kind of just like the price a bit more, but I don't want to be completely out on Emeka Egbuka because maybe he is just the league's next superstar and can just absolutely smash, but he does scare me a little bit. Nathan followed up with Josh and T. Hey, we got some similar teams out here. And how we doing, No Cap Mac? Great to see you. What kind of drafts we ripping today? Like always, we'll probably bounce around quite a bit. Rip some puppies, rip some eliminators. We're in a fast puppy right now. Might even hop on over to DraftKings later. Who knows? I got that free golf ticket. From all I had to do on DraftKings was deposit $25, and I got a free $25 milli ticket for the golf tournament this past weekend. And man, I won $40 from it. So let's go. Free $40 from DraftKings. Did not know what I was doing whatsoever. Just click some names and we'll take it. Now, what I don't like about, here's the thing. When I take Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson's there, okay, thankfully he's gone, but this range does not feel so good for receivers. Who do I want to take? I'm going to take Carnell Tate. We'll take Carnell Tate. Just another bet on the young talent. Number 4 overall pick in Tennessee. What kind of scares me about Carnell Tate is, one, just playing in Tennessee. Cam Ward hasn't quite proven himself yet, although he's shown flashes. And Wan'Dale Robinson's still there, who I think is just going to get a lot of targets. They got some viable running backs too. And how we doing, Best Ball Call with the kitty? Let's go. We got Momo chilling up in the tree. Dan chilling on the couch. Okay, Jordan Tyson gone. I'm probably looking at a receiver. Y'all usually know who I like the most. But since we're talking about players that scare us, I guess I'm just taking them at receiver in this draft. Brian Thomas scares me. Y'all know I love Parker Washington. But Brian Thomas, man, he kind of scares me. I feel like he could just be a remember that guy type of player. Does have some good reports out of camp, but in shorts, when you're a vertical, fast player, you should look good without pads and in shorts. Has had some drop issues, but I want to see what his drop issues are like when the pads are back on because Brian Thomas, he just seemed like he had the yips last year. And some players never get over that. You know, if you get scared when someone's coming across the middle, not good, man. Could drop a lot of balls. I like Parker Washington a lot more. Been about it. But we're talking about players that scare us, and I guess that's just kind of what I'm going with. Aside from my first two picks, like James Cook, Chase Brown, I love both of these guys, but Igbuka kind of scares me. Josh Allen, I mean, there's nothing scary about Josh Allen, but the value looking at a receiver in the 4th round compared to a quarterback in the 6th round, I personally feel a little better about getting the receiver earlier. But we'll see how we can do it on this draft today. And how we doing, Nuketown Kid? Great to see you in here. Happy Sunday. Brian Thomas Jr. is your best underrated player this season. Yeah, a lot of people agree with you. A lot of people are with you on that, where they love some Brian Thomas Jr. for a bounce back year after a sophomore slump. And a 6th round price, I mean, it's really not the worst. If he was going like where Ladd McConkey's going, I would be completely out. But I do still like Parker Washington more. But we're drafting some players that scare us. And again, player that scares me is one that could really just, be a true winner. And I could be completely wrong about. Cam Skadbo is another one of those guys. What's up, Sladen? How we doing? Brian Thomas Jr. hit once everyone got hurt this season and had Mac Jones. That's kind of my thesis as well, and why I was pretty out on Brian Thomas last year. Okay, on the clock again. Another player that scares me is Tucker Kraft. I'm going to take Tucker Kraft. Now, the reason I say that is, one, he's coming off an ACL. Anytime a player is coming off a serious injury like that, I'm going to be a little more hesitant. Does sound like he's going to play week 1. And, Green Bay's coaching staff, what they did with Christian Watson, I know he got some extra help too, but definitely bullish for how they treat injuries there. And with this next pick, I think I need a receiver. I'm tempted to take double Tampa Bay. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Chris Godwin with Emeka Igbuka. Chris Godwin, he doesn't really scare me. Not going to lie. I have a lot of Chris Godwin. I'm hoping he has one more healthy year in him. A full year removed from that injury that he had. He's like 30. I mean, he's still got another year, I think. Baker being healthy as well. I like some Chris Godwin. I have a tough time taking Courtland Sutton. He's just so boring. Jordan Addison, I think, is a little overpriced. I think the Juwan Jennings edition is not really being factored in quite enough. And Kyler not looking so great the last few years. Josh Downs I do really like a lot, but I'm trying to hold off a little bit on taking Josh Downs right now, just because I think they really could bring in a veteran receiver in free agency. And I'm already overweight on Josh Downs. So once he's like past pick 90, when he's getting into the 80s, I'm out for now. Just to wait and see if they bring someone in. Nuketown Kid asking about Travion Henderson. Yeah, he also scares me, man, because just seeing his usage when the games were actually important last year in the playoffs, going against Denver, Ramondre had 25 carries. Travion had like 3 or something like that, maybe 5. Not a great sign, but he was a rookie last year, full offseason and training camp in New England. If he does really just improve his pass protection, maybe Ramondre's fumbling issues come back, then yeah, he could absolutely smash, which fits our definition of players that are scaring me. And man, Rico Dowdle goes at 101 in this draft. I've seen Rico Dowdle fall to a round pick 100 a few times recently, and I don't really get it. I love some Rico Dowdle. Jonathan Brooks, this is a player that terrifies me, man. And he's one that I can't really find myself drafting yet. I don't know if I can do it, man. One reason I really don't like taking Tucker Kraft is because Harold Fannin and Kyle Pitts often fall to the same spot 2 rounds later, and I just think they're way better values and could straight up outscore Tucker Kraft. He was also hyper efficient last year, and I would expect that to regress. But man, is this just a team where I take Jonathan Brooks? If I'm ever going to draft him on any team, I mean, probably, right? Dude, am I just going to do it for the video? Take a share of Jonathan Brooks. Let's do it. This is the scariest pick I'm making so far. He's literally done nothing in the league, and I took him at pick 106. But hey, we'll see, man. We'll see. Now, one thing with Baker, like I love Baker and he falls a lot. So I don't know if I want to take another quarterback here when I have Josh Allen, and I do have outs to like Cam Ward late. So I'm going to go ahead and take Jordan Mason. I just want another running back. Jordan Mason does not scare me. I think he's a really great value right now because he's getting the coach speak of just being the guy in Minnesota. And that's really valuable. So we have a 1-4-4-1 build right now. Josh Allen at quarterback, running backs James Cook, Chase Brown, Jonathan Brooks. Oh gosh. Jordan Mason, receivers Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, Chris Godwin, Tucker Kraft. Yeah, I man, when I just look at my receiver room and I see Egbuka as my wide receiver 1, it does not feel good to me. How much Egbuka do I even have? I also have teams with him at like the 4-5 turn, which I'm seeing him get pulled up to the 2-3 turn now sometimes, which is insane. I have 3.4% in Emeka Egbuka. Sounds about right. Did also run pretty hot on touchdowns last year. I don't know, man. He's just not my favorite pick. Baker Mayfield is who I'm hoping is going to fall to me. He falls pretty often to the 130s. So I'm hoping we can get that right here today. Slade and best Jags clicks still feel like Hunter Strange C-Rod, mostly because of the cheap clicks. Hunter still, I don't know how I feel about Hunter. I think that's mainly just because I'm so in on Parker Washington. But I do like Brenton Strange a lot. Chris Rodriguez, I drafted a ton of early and then kind of slowed down with the news of the foot stuff. But that sounds like it's, clearing up and he's going to be good to go for camp. So I'm kind of back in on C-Rod now too. Yo, and how we doing, T-Guard? Fellow cat lover, 3 cats up in here. Happy Sunday, my friend. Momo straight kicking it up there. Yeah, he's chilling. He's chilling, man. They're having a great Sunday morning. And he was so cute this morning. Like, they let me sleep in. They actually let me sleep. I know a lot of people with their cats, they jump all over them, at like 4 in the morning because they're hungry and want food. My cats leave me alone until I wake up. And then as soon as I wake up, they come in and greet me and say hi. And Momo always jump in bed and then likes to just lay straight on my face. He's an adorable little guy. He's just kicking it up there, man. They've had a fun weekend. They've had a real fun weekend celebrating their 1 year being here. Yeah, we are lucky. We are lucky. Yo, and how we doing, Emo? Great to see you in here, Emo. You're terrified. I'm a little scared too, man. This team is we're drafting some scary players. Not all scary. We got to balance it a bit. But we're one pick away right now. Do we take our C-Rod? I think I need a receiver more. Coker, Shaheed, Diggs. I really like getting one or even two of these guys on my teams. Quarterback did not fall back to us. And I can't take is this a Diggs ass team? I mean, Diggs kind of scares me. We'll take Diggs. The reason I say that is like he could just be completely washed. And I think there's more, I think there's more of an opportunity for Diggs to be washed than to be a big contributor this year. But I am trying to take him right now just because he's expected to rise in price when he signs. So I'll get some shares now, and I'm probably going to come back around with another receiver or take my 5th running back and be done. Although, do I take Cam Ward? I can take Cam Ward as my 2nd quarterback with Carnell Tate and be done. Or I can try and push it more. Who has Tetero McMillan? Okay, this guy here has Tet. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to take Coker. I'm going to take Coker as my 6th receiver. Since I have Josh Allen, I'm pretty open to pushing quarterback more. And we can just take Bryce Young as our 2nd quarterback. I can do that. Yeah, Slayton knows. Coker opens Bryce, which is either good or bad. Yeah, Bryce Young is another guy, man. I'm actually kind of in on Bryce Young. I'm a little in on Bryce Young this year. Mainly because I think, I totally forgot. I have Jonathan Brooks too, which is disgusting. But, hey, piece of Carolina. So that kind of works out, man. Yeah, dude, Teagard and his dad on the Bash were sick. They were sick. What's up, Chato? How we doing? Where do you think Diggs is going? And when do you think he's going to sign? I mean, it sounds like he's either going to Washington or Baltimore. That's kind of what it sounds like. Washington or Baltimore. And I would probably say 70% Washington. That would be my guess. But Baltimore is also where people go to retire. I'll say I would be way more in on Stephon Diggs in Washington than if he went to Baltimore. Because Diggs going to Baltimore just kind of gives me DeAndre Hopkins going to Baltimore vibes where he just went to retire and rot out. But who knows? Maybe Diggs ends up, on his DeAndre Hopkins arc and goes to the Chiefs first and then rots away in Baltimore. Maybe that could happen too. I know some people have been talking about Diggs potentially going to the Chiefs. I think it's probably unlikely. I think they have enough locker room issues with Rashee Rice, but it's possible. We're a few picks away right now. I still need more tight ends too. I only have Tucker Kraft. Okay. Darnold went at 148. Looks like we should have no issue getting Bryce Young. CJ Stroud and Daniel Jones are also both here. But I think it makes more sense just to take the guy that stacks up with us. So we're looking at a 1-4-6-1. I'm pretty comfortable pushing quarterback when I have Josh. And having Tucker Kraft, I mean, we're drafting him like he's going to be the dude. Now, Travis Hunter is still here. I would actually really like to take Travis Hunter right now. But the thing is, the person in the 12 spot who has Tetero McMillan only has one quarterback in Drake May, who they have stacked up with A.J. Brown. So I think they have every intention of taking Bryce Young. I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to take Bryce Young. If Travis Hunter falls back at 159, yeah, he fits well on this team. Chato, think he's going for the money, not the situation. Your 30% is getting scary. 30% Diggs is a lot. I mean, hey, if he's going purely for money and if he ends up in like Miami, then wheels up because no one else is catching the ball. Although, if he ends up in Miami, I think it's more likely than not he's not finishing the season and he's gonna get himself in trouble for something. I mean, it's Miami, man. Now, man, Daniel Jones is still here, but Travis Hunter at 159. I do have Brian Thomas. Yeah, I'll take Travis Hunter. Talking about players that scare me, man. Travis Hunter might not even be playing offense. This is a scary ass team. Could just land the plane though. Could just land the plane. Sometimes it's the players that you're fading that end up being the guys that you need. Atlanta and Vegas for Diggs. So Vegas has talked about not bringing in a veteran receiver, which is kind of surprising, but I wouldn't be shocked if Brady's thinking, a few years ahead because last year you could really just make the argument that they hired Pete Carroll and Geno Smith to purposely tank and hopefully get the top pick in the draft, which they used on Fernando Mendoza. And who knows if they want a veteran receiver and they really want to be that great this year. Maybe they want to see if they can find a little diamond in the rough in Jalen Naylor and Trey Tucker or some of the rookies and second-year players that they have. Give them some opportunity and see what they can make while not really trying to be competitive this year. But it would be a great landing spot for sure. Yeah, 100% out if he goes to Baltimore. I would not like Diggs in Baltimore whatsoever. Diggs anywhere near a boating marina is probably trouble. Yeah, man. Well, the thing is, dude, do they really want Stephon Diggs in Miami after they just got rid of Tyreek Hill? Like, seriously, let's think about it, man. Are they really going to get rid of Diggs or bring in Diggs when they just got rid of Tyreek Hill? T-Guard saying he literally has 0% Travis Hunter. I do not have much either. I've taken a few teams because I know some people are obsessed with him. But at pick 159, on a team where we're kind of drafting a lot of players that just scare me, it fits. Travis Hunter and Brian Thomas on the same team. It does not feel good to me, man. We also have Igbuka and Godwin on the same team. So double Bucks, double Jags. I need tight end. Greg Dulcich is kind of scary. I mean, he literally plays for the Dolphins. I would take Greg Dulcich on this team. And then probably come back around with another tight end for my third. Usually, anytime I'm drafting Tucker Kraft, I want 3 tight ends. 'Cause I don't know how effective he's going to be to start the season. Sounds like he's going to play, but getting in football shape is something different. So let's do that. We'll draft one more tight end, and then we'll take one running back and one receiver with our last 2 picks, I think. Or do we want to push a third tight end for the last round? Jerry Jeudy's here. Kind of is someone I like. But Terrence Ferguson, I'm going to take him instead. Gunnar Helm is here as well. If I had Cam Ward instead of Bryce Young, I would probably take Gunnar Helm. But we'll go ahead and take Terrence Ferguson first. I like Terrence Ferguson a lot. I'm mixing in players that scare me, but I still want to get some players I like as well because maybe that balance is just what we need, This is not a team I'd normally draft. A lot of players in here that I would draft, but it's kind of fun to mix it up like this sometimes, Good for the portfolio. Nathan saying Washington is Hunter's backup. I mean, we'll see. We'll definitely see. Marvin Moms, how we doing? Asking thoughts on weekly winner strategy. I don't do any weekly winners. So I'm really not the guy to ask. I could try and give you like my theory on it, on what I would think, but I don't do any weekly winners. I like the eliminator, but weekly winners, to me, it feels like much more luck than skill. But hey, if you can find an edge to it, go for it. I've heard some people in weekly winners like to stack up the same bye weeks. Like you draft, in these contests, we're trying to avoid having a lot of players with the same bye weeks. But in weekly winners, if you draft a lot of players with the same bye weeks, yeah, you're not gonna win the 1 or 2 weeks where you stack the buys, obviously. But then you're gonna have more players available to hit your lineups in the weeks that other players have buys. Marvin, maxing BBM and the Eliminator. You know them a lot better. New to weekly winners as well. Yeah, it's just not the game for me. Like, only so much time in drafting capabilities. The Eliminator is already a completely different strategy. I'm cool with just that. All right. Samaje Perine off the board. Very interesting. I'm looking at one more running back, one more receiver. Oh, dude, Marshawn Lloyd would be perfect on this team. Yeah, Marshawn Lloyd would be perfect. There we go. RB5, Marshawn Lloyd absolutely terrifies me. Jonathan Brooks and Marshawn Lloyd on the same team in 2026. This is what I'm talking about. Now, with our last receiver, what better way than Keon Coleman to finish this team? Yep. Have to do it. This is a scary, scary team. But, if somehow this universe, everything hits right for these players, then it can absolutely smash as well. It's kind of a fun way to draft, honestly. Not going to make a lot of teams like this often, but to mix in for my portfolio, yeah, I like doing it. So there we go. The scariest team that also has some good players on it. We have a 2-5-8-3, Josh Allen, Bryce Young at quarterback. Maybe Bryce Young, contract season, number 1 overall pick. Maybe he finally connects the dots. Running backs, James Cook, Chase Brown, Jonathan Brooks, Jordan Mason, and Marshawn Lloyd. Yeah, I mean, Marshawn Lloyd speaks for itself. Jonathan Brooks speaks for itself. Receivers, Emeka Egbuka, Carnell Tate, Brian Thomas, Chris Godwin, Stephon Diggs, Jalen Coker, Travis Hunter, and Keon Coleman. Yep. It's pretty scary. It's pretty scary, but you can make a case for these guys. Realistically, you really can. And then tight ends, Tucker Kraft, Greg Dulcich, and Terrence Ferguson. Very, very interesting team we drafted. A lot of overlapping bye weeks as well, which isn't great, but we're trying to win 200K in this draft. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. Chato was saying Joe Mixon would be perfect for that team. Yeah, Joe Mixon, I just have no expectation on him actually playing football again. So there's that puppy. Now, let's see, can we get in a big dog? Big dog roulette, Sunday afternoon. Will it happen? Nope. Waiting for 10 today. No big dog. We're going to leave. And how about you say we hop in an eliminator? If you want to join an eliminator, hop on in. We're waiting for 3. Nathan saying Hunter was traded up 4 to play wide receiver, and Washington is the odd guy out when Hunter's on the field. I think Washington just proved that he's really good at football last year. Travis Hunter is also bulked up quite a bit this offseason, which is, good for playing defense. Hunter was drafted number 2 because he hyped his way into being a dual threat player. that played both and got hurt. I think this year, at his best, coming for a few plays. Definitely sounds like, I mean, it's been reported that he's going to play the same amount on offense as he did last year and just play more defense. But we'll actually see what happens. So we're in the eliminator draft. We're at pick 6. If you're in here, let me know. Oh, Marvin was going to join the big dog. That's not how we do it with the big dog though. With the big dog draft, we play roulette. You know, we hop in every single stream. We'll hop in a big dog. If it fills 12 out of 12, then we have to draft it. If not, we leave right away. We don't wait around. Oh my God, Caleb Johnson on that team. That's a scary pick. But I don't know. I can't justify Caleb Johnson around here, man. Marvin hopped in the eliminator. What pick are you at? What pick are you at in here? We got pick 6, 2 picks away right now. Christian McCaffrey, JSN is where I would be leaning. I actually do like Christian McCaffrey more than JSN in the eliminator. Mainly because, yeah, and he goes, how weird do I want to get? I kind of want to get weird. Let's pull up James Cook. Took James Cook in the last draft. Sometimes I like getting a little weird, okay? And I think that's important to do in the eliminator as well. Just so you don't have the same combination with all these players, because if they just have one bad week, then all of those teams can lose. And when our second round pick is at pick 19, sometimes you miss out on that pocket of running backs, and it just does not feel so good, especially in this draft. And then you're looking at pulling up like Breece Hall or Javonte Williams. Don't love it. I really do like the elite receivers in the eliminator as well, like JSN and St. Brown. But I like getting different too. Marvin's in at pick 10. I like that. There you go. On the other side of the board, starting with Ashton Jeanty right there. Feels good. Nathan saying Vidal will be RB1 in LA by week 10. That's bold, my friend. That's bold. QB the King in the chat. Always be seeing that dude everywhere. Hey, QB the King, are you in here? Say what's up. Or are you lurking? I'm with you, though. I see that name pretty often. But I also draft a lot of teams, so I see a lot of familiar names. And yeah, I guess you do never know with Pittsburgh. Caleb could just get played somewhere. You never know. But Jalen Warren, Rico Dowdle, I quite like. Fun click every 100 drafts or so. I took a couple shares of Caleb Johnson in the big board. Now, Chase Brown, sure. There we go, man. We're going to start the exact same way we did in our last draft. So here's actually, I like this a lot because we get James Cook pick 6, and then we get Chase Brown to fall to us. So, okay, I took James Cook because I'm saying, you know, I don't want all the same players that I already have with him. But getting Chase Brown to fall, if we can get a nice player to fall to us in round 3, then that would be really unique for having James Cook and Chase Brown together. So hopefully that happens for us. And Nathan is right. Cook is playing Houston in week 1, which is tough, but if he can just get his way into the end zone a couple times, if he can catch some balls, he's been talked about being used more as a pass catcher this year again as well. And maybe Ray Davis taking a couple of rush attempts from him. But hey, we're playing for the entire season, not just week 1. Because even if you make it out of week 1, guess what? You don't win any money. So trying to make some money too. Okay. Josh Allen, Kyren, Devonta Smith, top 3 players in ADP. I don't love Josh Allen in the eliminator. The elite quarterbacks are just not really my favorite. I'm going to take Kyren or Smith. I love Devonta Smith this year. Reason I would take Kyren is because you can get some really nice receiver values to fall. And Smith gets taken. Kyren is here. Could consider Rashee Rice as well, but let's start strong with the 3 running backs. James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyren Williams. Kyren usually goes, pretty early in the 3rd round. So getting him paired up with these 2 who normally go in the back end of round 1 and early round 2, I think it's a pretty fun way to start this eliminator. And I also like, if I can start 3 running backs, I can usually stop at 4 in this. And when I stop at 4, that can open me up to either taking 8 receivers or 4 tight ends or 4 quarterbacks even. So it gives us a lot of flexibility as well. I don't mind it. Levernucky providing some insight super early, but the total for the Bills in Houston is 45.5. Yeah, that's a lot of points still. That's what I'm saying. It might be tough, but it's still week 1. These players might just be a little rusty, on defense. Usually it's the other way around. Sometimes the offense is a little rusty, but James Cook knows how to run. Nathan wants a Lamb and Jefferson. I almost got a Lamb Jefferson yesterday on stream. Didn't happen for me either. I don't even know if I have a team with Lamb and Jefferson together. But it is a fun way to start. Even though I don't necessarily like either of them, maybe if they're both together, they'll be good. No cap saying much less important to get unique in the eliminator because you aren't trying to beat large pods. Uniqueness is very important in a 1v1. So I agree with you. The reason I say it's not necessarily uniqueness for competing against other people. It's uniqueness for your own portfolio, I think. Now I'm back up on the clock. We do have DeAndre Swift staring at us, but I think I'd take a receiver. Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Terry McLaurin. Let's go Jalen Waddle. He's just been the guy rising. Might not be the most consistent, but I think he has a really high ceiling. So I'm going to take him here as our first receiver. The reason I didn't take DeAndre Swift is I feel like I can get a 4th running back later and be comfortable with it, but I want to still be strong at receiver. And I'm hoping that some nice receiver values like Davante Adams fall back to me, but I'm not certain that will happen. So I'd rather just take Jalen Waddle with that pick and then hope I can get Davante Adams, JMO, or Loveland is really who I'm looking at with my next pick. Burden would be cool if he falls. I'm still not all the way there on Neighbors in the eliminator. Feels a little early. Maybe round 6. I might consider him. Levernucky having a super hard time clicking Evans strictly because he looks so old and busted. Dude, I'm with you, man. That's the thing. It's Mike Evans, but I know he's a Hall of Famer. Davante Adams just looks a lot better when he's playing. Mike Evans looks a lot slower, like he's lost a step. And someone like Davante Adams just, he looks like he's still got it. And that's what I'm taking right here. We do have Kyren Williams as well. So obviously they're on the same team. They're going to have the same bye week, but I don't care too much. Give me that. We're just taking 2 pieces of one of the best offenses in the league. I'm going to be pretty happy about that. And Davante Adams in the 5th round, smash. So does Bowers for some reason. That's funny. Bowers does look old, man. That's because Davante Adams is better when he's playing. Yeah, Davante Adams is, man. He's so good at football. And the way he wins is different than Mike Evans too. Like Devontae Adams' route running is still elite. And in the red zone, he's truly elite. Evans' team is way more likely to be constantly down 10 points. But yeah, he's old. That is one point about Devontae Adams is, after the Rams got Myles Garrett, and people are forgetting they also got Trent McDuffie and paid him as one of the top corners in the league, if not the most expensive. But adding both of those guys and then potentially, probably likely getting Aaron Donald out of retirement, like that defense is terrifying. And maybe they don't have to throw it as much. But the thing with Devontae Adams is he can still get 15 touchdowns in the season. He can get 3 touchdowns a game. They throw him goal line fades all the time at the 1-yard line, or they'll run it with Kyron. So we're kind of capitalizing just on a lot of Rams touchdowns. And that's pretty valuable in the eliminator. Just get touchdowns. Keep it simple. All right, starting to see some quarterbacks off the board. Joe Burrow goes at the turn unstacked. Drake May at 62 with A.J. Brown. Ramondre Stevenson, Carnell Tate off the board after. I would take Rome still, or I'm taking Tyler Warren. I'll take one of these guys. Tyler Warren's really interesting in the eliminator. Okay, Rome goes. I think Tyler Warren's just the guy. I usually don't like taking – I don't find myself taking Tyler Warren too much because I usually take a lot of quarterbacks in round 6, or I just take Parker. But, man, Tyler Warren, especially if Alec Pierce is banged up to start the year, late bye week, connected well with Daniel Jones as a rookie, maybe just get some more tush-push opportunities this year as well. Super consistent player. I'm happy to get him in this format. So we have a 0-3-2-1. Definitely need to catch up at receiver and quarterback, but team is feeling really solid. Really, really solid. I think I might look at a quarterback with our next pick. If we could get Hurts or Caleb, that would be nice. If not, I would push quarterback more. Davis M. Talking about Davis Maddock. What about him? Kind of slowly being more in on Corum and Williams and less on the pass catching options of the Rams if they get Donald. Yeah. That does make a lot of sense. And I've been kind of in on Blake Corum, man. I've been taking him, and I kind of like taking Blake Corum. Caleb goes. I would love Jalen Hurts on this team. Oh, dang. Do I take Dowdle and be done? Yeah. Let's just take Rico Dowdle, and I'm going to be done at running back. Very confidently, I'll be done at running back now with James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, and Rico Dowdle. We can stop at 4. So we don't have any quarterbacks still. We only have 2 receivers. We do have an elite tight end, Tyler Warren, and we're done at 4 running backs. So this might even be a 4 quarterback team. It's possible. We could go like 4 quarterbacks, 8 receivers, 2 tight ends. It's kind of fun to play with different builds in this format. We'll see. Oh, Nathan saying Davis is in your pup. We've ended up in some drafts with Davis as well. It's always fun to end up in other streamers' drafts. Chance the Rams just run the ball 50 times. You could probably have both, and they both smash. I agree. I have not taken much Kyron Williams in other tournaments. I have a lot more of him in the eliminator than I do other formats. Mainly just because he's a really consistent player, but doesn't necessarily get those like true week winning spikes. So it feels a little better in here than like a best ball mania. Whereas I like taking Blake Corum more in like a best ball mania. I like him in the eliminator a lot as well. But he also just has the contingent upside where if something does happen to Kyron, his value just skyrockets. I'm actually kind of curious. My eliminator exposure to the Rams in general. Let's see. Kyron and I have 16% in the eliminator. 14 Terrence Ferguson, 7 Blake Corum, 7 Puka, 7 Adams. Looks about right. Colby Parkinson is pretty nice in the eliminator too. Not afraid to mix him in. Okay, we are 3 picks away. Chris Godwin is still here. If we get Godwin on this team as well, I would be incredibly happy. Rob Fairley takes my other guy, Michael Pittman. Y'all know I love Michael Pittman, especially in the eliminator. Love Michael Pittman. And Chris Godwin goes as well. Not great. Cortland Sutton, I really don't want when I have Waddle. I could take it like a Josh Downs, but I think I would just take Brock Purdy, honestly. Yeah, I'm just gonna take Brock Purdy. Let's get our first quarterback. I'm really pushing these receivers, man. This is, it's getting a little dangerous, getting a little dicey at receiver. I only have 2 within 8 rounds, but maybe this is going to be a 9 wide receiver team in the eliminator. Not something I really do a lot, but hey, I like trying different things. Maybe like a 3-4-9-2 could be kind of fun. See what we can do here. And I do like Brock Purdy, man. Unstacked as well. I think Brock Purdy's totally fine. Plus, you can get Dejon Stribling like round 17, 18 pretty easily. You can get Christian Kirk, who I actually do like in the eliminator. You can get Jake Tongas, who is obviously a better pick in the eliminator. So we got some options there with Purdy as well. We can take Ricky Pearsall here as well. And I probably need to. I passed on Mike Evans. So I think it makes a lot of sense to take Ricky right here. Let's do it. Little Ricky Pearsall, Brock Purdy backstack. I like it. We definitely need to just catch up at receiver now. My goodness. But we land the planes around here, man. We land these planes. This is eliminator draft number 70 for me as well. And I'm trying to get more volume in on these. The contest is 40% full. It's sneakily filling faster and faster. And I think it's going to be completely full by mid-August at the very latest. I think mid-August, the eliminator is going to be full at the latest. So I'm trying to get some volume in now. I don't want to have to join a bunch of slow drafts late. And then the slow draft clocks end up being like 4 hours. I don't want that. I'm trying to get these fast drafts in. So I'm taking more of these eliminators. Marvin saying his Pearsall is his highest owned guy in BVM. Percent too high to admit. Hey, we did this. We did this once in the big board where at the end of one of our streams, we had a little confessional and we all shared some of our most embarrassing exposures. And it was hilarious. If we want to bring that back, I would love to hear some of people's most embarrassing current exposures where you're like, I have a lot of this guy. I don't know how it's happened, but here I am, and I am praying. Like, for example, in the eliminator, in the big board pre-draft, There was a moment early in the offseason. Now, granted, it was early. Okay, maybe like 50 or 60 drafts in, but I had like 52% Woody Marks or something like that. That was my embarrassing exposure. And we're living with it, okay? I had some really nice exposures too, but that one, yeah, it's really not the worst though when you think about it. Okay, Matthew Stafford went off the board. I would have really liked to get Matthew Stafford. Do I get Jacoby Myers or do I take a quarterback? I'm gonna take the receiver in Jacoby Myers. I don't want to fall too far behind at receiver. Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Jacoby Myers. Getting just like a guy like Jacoby Myers on this team feels really valuable. Someone who can just give us some floor and give us some points. First Down Fantasy thinks it's going to feel close to the start of the season. Going to release more tournaments soon. Yeah, it is true, but I'm just remembering last year how fast this contest ended up filling after, it started really slow and then it just ramped up so fast. Kind of anticipating that again. Okay. With this next pick, I need quarterback, I need receiver, and I need tight end. I'm done at running back, so I'm not even looking at that tab. Khalil Shakir's an eliminator ass pick as it gets. He gets taken though. Jaden Higgins could be kind of interesting. I could just look at my second quarterback now and not risk it either, which I think I might actually do. Might actually just take my second quarterback right now. Malik Willis is here, but I kind of like Sam Darnold more. So I'm going to take him. We're going to take Sam Darnold as our second quarterback. Not push it. I just don't know if there's anyone worth pushing it for. Like, who am I really pushing it for? I'm not too desperate for any of these tight ends. I can get tight ends later. I'm done at running back. Like Higgins, Concepcion, Coker, Stephon Diggs, Shaheed. I can hope one of these guys come back to me instead rather than try and push quarterback. ADP does not matter too much at this point. Wish that they given an option for 4-hour slows. Interesting. I never liked the 4-hour slows. Like, I don't know what happens. What, Levernucky? Amazon lost your overnight package a week ago, so they sent you a replacement, and now they've lost the replacement. Dude, I hope you get that for free at this point. My goodness. You had this thought, oh, it would be nice to see Tank as a potential workhorse if Barkley just happens to get hurt. You had 0% Bigsby, so made a point to add him, and instead ended up with 32%. Hey, that's happened to me sometimes too, man. That's happened to me sometimes too, where I feel like I'm low on this guy, so I want to start adding him, and then I just end up way overweight somehow. Hey, Levernucky, we're here to share your pain. That's a difficult situation, man. We can support you in these streets. Yeah, I'm with Paulino for the eliminator. People are gonna go crazy, join a bunch of slows, and it fills fast. I wanted to max the eliminator last year, and that's what I ended up doing. I think my last like 30 drafts or something were in slows. Okay, perfect. Diggs Shaheed. Oh man, do I take Diggs? Diggs probably is better for the eliminator. I just love Rashid Shaheed though. Fuck it, dude. I'm taking Shaheed. I took Darnold. I'm taking my guy Shaheed. Diggs, like the only reason for really taking him right now is the rise in ADP that you're gonna expect to see when he signs and gain some CLV. But I love Rashid Shaheed. I took Darnold, so let me get the stack right there. We got a back stack with Pearsall and Purdy, back stack with Darnold and Shaheed. That's kind of fun, man. It's kind of fun, right? Yeah, it was insane last year. Yeah, the 30% it filled in 36 hours last year had you laughing. That's what happened, man. It filled so damn fast because everyone wants to wait on the eliminator because they want all the information, right? Like training camp hasn't even happened yet. Once training camp starts, this contest is going to fill so damn fast. 4 hours better helps move the draft along. Yeah, I guess like if you set your queue, the thing is just like, if someone's at work, they could end up autoing or asleep, something like that. Damn, T guard only 1% Chase Brown. Damn. Yeah, that sounds a little scary, man. I love Chase Brown. He does like I think people are just, it's still the little stigma with being a late round draft pick. He was like a fifth round pick, and that stigma just kind of sticks with you a bit, it seems. But I like Chase Brown a lot. And if Burrow is healthy, he's gonna be really good, man. He catches a lot of passes too when they're down. And a lot of touchdowns. Burrow trusts him, and that's important. And we get Cam Ward to fall back to us as well. This is an auto click. As our third quarterback, Cam Ward, another different bye week at pick 150. Love to see it. This team is coming together really nicely, actually. I'm kind of loving how this is coming together. It was a very questionable start, very shaky. So yeah, you like it. Sometimes that's the thing, man. That's why you gotta check your exposures in different contests too. Like I'm really looking at my exposures in Best Ball Mania because there's some players that I have like literally 1 or 2% of and did not realize in that contest. Whereas I might be like pretty, you know, at field overall, but somehow in Best Ball Mania just don't end up with them. I think Tucker Craft is one of those guys. I have one share of Tucker Craft and BBM, maybe two, but I'm pretty sure it's just one. And this team's looking really nice so far. Let's do a quick recap. We have a 3-4-5-1. We really pushed receiver in this, but I think we've caught up really nicely. Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, Cam Ward, all different bye weeks. James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Rico Daddle. I'm definitely stopping at 4 running backs here. Bye weeks are all different too. Love to see it. Receivers, Waddle, Adams, Pearsall, Myers, and Shaheed. 2 week 11s. That's okay. And then still have Tyler Warren at tight end. We definitely need more tight ends, but I feel pretty dang good right there. So I'm done at quarterback. I'm done at running back. Looking at receivers and tight ends the rest of the way. One pick away. There's one guy I definitely want, without a doubt. See what Pack does. Our boy Pack here. I gotta stop saying like boy all the time too, because there are some token females. Shout out to our token female out here. Now I'm taking Debo. I love some Debo Samuel in the Eliminator. I do not understand how his ADP is 169. Nice. I love it. Once he signs, he's going to go up a lot. I would rather take Debo at cost than Diggs at cost. Give me Debo 2 rounds after Diggs. I would rather take that. Thoughts on 4 quarterback in the Eliminator? I think you can make it work. Like, if you can stop at 4 running backs, I think you can make it work. Like, if you ended up with a 4 quarterback, 4 running back, like 7 receivers, 3 tight ends, or 8 receivers, 2 tight ends, yeah, why not? Just depends. It all depends where you take those players, right? Like, if you start the draft with Josh Allen, you're not taking 4 quarterbacks. If you have Lamar Jackson on your team, you should not take 4 quarterbacks. But if your first quarterback is Sam Darnold, yeah, not a bad idea. First down fantasy still can't get in on the Shaheed. Such a mid-wide receiver, just good at playmaking. Basically Percy Harvin light. I understand that. I just think Shaheed is good at football. Kind of just simple as that. Now, with this pick, tight end is probably the right move to make. Denzel Boston is fun too, though. Ooh, let's take Gunnar Helm. We have Cam Ward. Let's take Gunnar Helm. Yeah, perfect. We get a little back stack right there. Stack's not the most important in the eliminator, but still not nothing. Little Cam Ward, Gunnar Helm. That feels good. So I'm probably looking at 8 receivers and 3 tight ends for a little 3-4-8-3. As much as I like a 3-5-7-3 in the eliminator, when I get 4 strong running backs and I can get a 3-4-8-3, it really does feel stronger. Sup, Hulk Smash? How we doing? Welcome, welcome. It was insane watching Shaheed finally be healthy and just never used Super Bowl team. Yeah, well, that's the thing is like he got traded halfway through the season, right at the deadline, to one of the best teams in the league with a ton of momentum. If you're the team, like you're not just gonna transform everything you're doing to, cater to Rashid Shaheed. You're gonna try and make him just like fit in and find a way to contribute without being a distraction, really. So having the full offseason, being able to build chemistry with Sam Darnold and find his own role, I think is really bullish for him. The difference with Shaheed and Jacoby Myers got traded at the deadline as well to the Jags, and he actually did really well right away. But his role and the way he plays is also much different. He's just going to be like a lower A dot, going to get open, going to help block. That's like really easy just to be an immediate contributor. Whereas Shaheed, you need more timing, you need more, detail, I would say. Okay, we were talking about 4 quarterbacks, and if Geno was still there, I honestly would have considered him. I think I'm gonna look at my 3rd tight end with this pick, Cade Otton or Terrence Ferguson. I already have 2 Rams, so I would rather take Cade Otton. And that's what I'm gonna do right here. We'll take Cade Otton for our 3rd tight end, and then we're gonna finish this draft with 2 more receivers. I really like this team. Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, Cam Ward at quarterback. Running backs, James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Rico Dowdle. Receivers, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, and Deebo Samuel. Tight ends, Tyler Warren, Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton. This plane is getting landed quite well. I like it. 4 tight ends better than 4 quarterbacks in the eliminator. It all just depends on where you're drafting these players, I think. But I don't disagree. Kind of want to not take a quarterback until the 15th round and draft Rodgers, Geno, Kirk. It's not the worst idea to do, man. You definitely can cobble together like 4 quarterbacks viable at the end of drafts. Christian Kirk goes. That could have been fun. Let's take Rashad Bateman. Kind of just getting some old heads on this team, but he has a different bye week as well. Week 13 bye. He's been getting talked a lot about just being the wide receiver 2 in Baltimore. And if he can just stay healthy, former 1st round pick, maybe he can just contribute. And then we just have one more pick to make. I have some guys that I have my eye on. I am really, really liking how this team came together. It feels really strong all over. Quarterbacks feel good, running backs, receivers, and tight ends all feel great. It's a very fun eliminator team. Can't imagine trying to win a coin flip with Otton against any other draftable tight end. It is fair. Cade Otton he's Cade Otton. But it's kind of just a bet on the Bucks. Like, I'm in the eliminator, players are one thing, but just betting on good offenses, I think, is a smart idea to do. Like, at running back, we have Buffalo, Cincinnati, the Rams, and the Steelers. Steelers, yeah, I know some people will say they're not a good team, but they like to run, that's for sure. Rico Dowdle's a good player. Made the playoffs last year still. Denver, Rams, San Francisco, Jacksonville, Seattle, Baltimore. Like, all the players that we have are on good teams, except for like Tennessee. Tennessee is like the only bad team that we have on this roster. And I'm gonna end it off with Keenan Allen. Just getting another old head that can give us some points, give us some floor, and should just rise in CLV. I would rather take Debo and Keenan at cost right now than I would Diggs personally. Out of like those three unsigned veterans, Debo is my favorite at cost. This is a really fun team. I like it a lot. Let's go over it. Quarterbacks, we have Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, Cam Ward. Running backs, James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyron Williams, Rico Dowdle. Wide receivers, Jalen Waddle, Devontae Adams, Ricky Pearsall, Jacoby Myers, Rashid Shaheed, Debo Samuel, Rashad Bateman, and Keenan Allen. I mean, what we got 8 really solid options. Like, these are really solid receivers, and Waddle and Adams still give us some really high upside as our first two. Tyler Warren, Gunnar Helm, Kate Otten as our 3 tight ends. Yeah, I like it. Feels pretty good to me, man. This is a really fun team. If I can land the plane with 4 quarterbacks, then kind of is my favorite way to build the eliminator, I think. Usually go heavy running back early. Thought you'd change it up. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. Hey, yo, what's up, Kurt? Yo, Kurt. I don't know if you saw this team that we drafted. And what's up, Hallie? How we doing? But this team is sick, man. Check it out. I know we just reviewed it for everyone, but we're gonna review it for Kurt right now too. Check it out, Kurt. Brock Purdy, Sam Darnold, Cam Ward at quarterback, James Cook, Chase Brown, Kyron, Rico Dowdle, 4 running backs, Waddle, Adams, Pearsall, Myers, Shaheed, Debo, Bateman, Keenan, 8 receivers, and then Tyler Warren, Gunnar Helm, Kate Otten, 3 tight ends. Yeah, this is what we're doing out here, man. What we're doing. Yo, Levernucky, this is funny. The World Cup finals being 0-0 in the second half instead of 24-17. What a terrible sport. I forgot that was going on, man. I forgot that was going on. Kurt, like his team better. He's got Genty. Yeah, Kurt definitely likes his Genty. But we pulled up James Cook instead. Now, let's hop in another one, man. We'll hop in another eliminator. I like doing these. Oh, waiting. Okay. That was 12 out of 12. I don't want to rug pull you. We're going to multi-table these, okay? That's what we're going to do. We're joining in another one. All right. I'll do the other one in another tab on my own. Whatever. I won't even show that one on screen, but we'll join this one with all of you, okay? I'm not trying to rug pull out here. So if you want to join an eliminator, hop on in. We're waiting for 9 still. I don't think anyone's going to be in that other one I joined. So I'm just going to do that in a separate tab off screen. Although we do have big old kitties in here. This other one, big old kitties, is in here. Shout out big old kitties. Love it, dude. I got pick 7 in this draft, but we're doing another one for the real ones. Waiting for 7. If you want in, we are in an eliminator. Okay. Till this one fills. Let's see what's going on over here. This is the other draft that we're in. I'm just going to multi-table these because honestly, I don't mind getting more volume in anyways. So I got pick 7, got pick 6 in the last draft. Not too different. Still waiting for 4 in this eliminator. So if you want to join, hop on in. Going to be a lot of friends and family in this one for sure. And if you have not done so already, go down, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. We're streaming every single day. Got 37 people in here. Thank you all for joining me. Happy Sunday. Soon we're going to have some more football on Sundays. Finally, man. One of these days, we're finally going to have some football on Sundays. But until then, we'll just be drafting. So 1 pick away in this first eliminator. Let's see what we can do. Jonathan Taylor, St. Brown, Genty. Let's take St. Brown. I like getting the elite receiver in this still. We pulled up James Cook in our last one, but I love getting some Amon-Ra St. Brown as well. And hopefully we can get a running back to fall back to us in the second round here at 18. And we see CeeDee Lamb go right after, so maybe that was the right decision. Now, where are we at in this one? 7 out of 12. So we're still waiting for this eliminator. Maybe I should have just stuck in the 1, but that's all right. We'll do 2. Waiting right here. And I guess I'll just stay on this draft until that one fills. I don't want to leave it now because I'm sure a bunch of you are already in it. How's the Getting Jettis 1% exposure going up? I mean, not too well. I'm not going to reach for him at pick 7. That's for sure. Don't love the last tight end room. Down on Warren this year. Otten is Otten. Yeah, it's not special. But I like Tyler Warren in the eliminator a lot more than the other contests. So I'll take him there. Just abandon it and rug pull us twice. I mean, if it's not filled after this one, might have to. It's 8 out of 12. Honestly, I think I am just gonna leave. Should I? Like, it's taken a while to fill. I don't know if I really want to pull the rug though. Achane is here. Bye weeks though. 2 week 6 buys to start it off. Not my favorite. But whatever. I'll take Achane. He's just best player available. Just don't love the bye weeks. Okay, we're 9 out of 12. We're just going to stick in it, man. We'll stick with it. We're not in a rush on this Sunday anyways. Until then, we'll enjoy this draft. Just don't love the 2 of the same bye weeks, but we can avoid week 6 buys later in this, so I'm cool with it. Yeah, don't talk about Cade Otton like that. Cade Otton was more so like an early season click for me, or like early off season, just because, I mean, we have very little information and we at least know his role, right? That's pretty much the thing with Cade Otton. Now, where are we in this other draft? Did it fill? Oh, I think it just filled. Where is it? Right here. Pick 9 in this one. I don't even recognize that many names. So if you're in this draft, let me know. We got Underzet in here. We got Kalad. Probably pronounced that wrong. In here as well. If you're in that draft, let me know. We we stuck it out to do another one. So hopefully we got Air Hefe in here. How we doing? Great to see you. All right, 1 pick away in this first draft. We started Achane St. Brown. 2 week 6 buys, not quite the best. But let's go ahead and take, I'm just going to take David Montgomery. Reach, don't care. That's what we're going to do. Now let's hop on over to this eliminator, and we're going to focus on this one for the whole draft. So let me know if you're in here. Marvin back in the 10 spot. I don't know what it is when people are joining my drafts and getting the same spot. Like, y'all saw Maximus last night and in the stream before multiple times in a row getting the same pick. And I'll keep y'all updated on the other draft that we're doing as well. Got that running in another tab. One pick away. Christian McCaffrey goes at 7 here. That is quite nice. Jonathan Taylor, Ashton Genty, James Cook. Who do I want the most? Let me take Genty. We'll do it for our boy Kurt. You know, he just popped in the chat. We'll take Genty for our boy Kurt Rambis. We love Kurt around here. Jonathan Taylor goes right after. Pretty nice pick at 10, I will say. The thing is with JT is it's really just Daniel Jones and him coming back from the injury, because we saw how that offense pretty much just completely fell apart when Daniel Jones got hurt. So if he's not back to being the Danny Dimes that they had to start the year, leaves me a little questionable with Jonathan Taylor. Also some contract disputes going on, which we never really love the off the field distractions, because those usually turn out to just not do so well for the player. Now, Hampton, Kenneth Walker, Chase Brown, Devon Achane. Who do I actually like the most? It's Kenneth Walker. Taking Kenneth Walker. Similar to Daniel Jones, with Patrick Mahomes coming back from injury, I think they could lean on the run game more, and I don't think a Mahomes limitation would affect the running game as much as Daniel Jones' limitation would. That's just what I personally believe. And wow, in the other draft, we got Josh Jacobs to fall back to us in the 4th round. So Devon Achane, David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs at running back, and then St. Brown at receiver. That's actually a pretty fun way to start a team. Kind of like a anchor hero wide receiver build. And this team at 5, JLOQ, Puka Nacua, Devon Achane. Pretty fun way to start right there, I will say. Also, Jamar Chase, AJ Brown by Snow Surfer. Oh my goodness. We got Teddy Onfetti in the 1. Yo, Teddy Onfetti, are you in the chat? Teddy Onfetti, are you in here? Because I've seen you in my rooms a few times, and I like you. I like you in my draft room, because one time you passed on JMO and let me get him at 55, and I was really excited about it. So shout out Teddy Onfetti. Also, the name is just really funny, man. I love people's names on Underdog. All right. He goes with George Pickens and Jeremiah Love at the turn. Pretty fun way to start the team. See Kyron go at 26. So this is why I really like that I got Kyron in the last draft when I took James Cook and Chase Brown, because I don't think those 3 players are going to be combined together a lot. And like we were saying about uniqueness, it's not that important for competing against other teams, but within your own portfolio, I think having that diversity is really nice. Looking at my other draft, I ended up just taking DJ Moore instead of Travion Henderson and instead of Jameson Williams, because Travion, I didn't want to take as my 4th running back, having the same bye week as Jacobs. Okay, I'm on the clock here. Started 2 running backs. Do I want a third? Do I want a receiver? I'm going to go with Dave Montgomery again. Just the running back that I like the most. And I don't know, in the last draft, I really liked when I was able to stop at 4 running backs and get more volume at other positions. I think it just feels really nice to do that in this contest. So I'm going to try it again. And we see Etienne and Scatabo off the board right after. So makes me feel a little bit better about reaching for Dave Montgomery. And wow, Trey McBride in the 4th round. This is the first time I've ever seen McBride in the 4th round. Wow. At pick 39. Incredible value right there. Garrett Wilson, wide receiver 1. Come on down. The only bad thing is he plays on the Jets, but he's just an elite player. When you're talking about true talent, Garrett Wilson is just so good at football. And sometimes betting on talent is just a good move to make. Wow, dude. In my other draft, JMO is still here and went at 64. Oh my gosh. All right. Who am I looking at in this other draft? Jaden Daniels just went. I think I need another receiver. Let's take Sharon Marvin Harrison in this draft. Switch it up a little bit. 3 running backs, 3 receivers. And Ladd McConkey falls all the way to 44 in this one. Very interesting. Waddle ends up going at 42, similar to where we took him in the last draft. I like what we're doing. Tetairoa McMillan at 46. My goodness, dude. Incredible value, especially as your first receiver. I'm a big fan of T-Mac this year. Going into his second year, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns as a rookie, former number 8 overall pick. More time to develop chemistry with Bryce Young, who also is going into a contract year. I don't like the running backs in Carolina. I think they might just end up having to throw the ball more. So if Tetairoa McMillan can get double-digit touchdowns, smash. Absolute smash pick. That's kind of what I'm betting on. Hoping the Carolina passing offense can just get a little better. Bucky Irving off at 48. To Teddy on Fetty. I don't love that. Bucky kind of scares me a little bit. I'm also a little biased against him, to be fair. And then Colston Loveland off right after. So definitely love some Colston Loveland. Hey, great to see you, Slayton. Thanks for stopping in. Have a great time at work. Everyone's been falling in the eliminator the last few days. It's a good time to draft wide receivers. Had a Jettas, Lamb, Neighbors, Tyson team yesterday with Loveland. Yeah, I think that was the one that you showed me. Very, very nice. And I do agree with you that it is a good time to draft in the eliminator because I feel like people are going to start taking it very seriously soon once training camp hits. And my goodness, in the other draft, I just got Jalen Hurts at 79. Very nice. Oh, did someone just score in soccer? I just heard some cheering outside. Heard some cheering from outside. Did someone score? All right, I'm still taking JMO. I'm not afraid. My bias is there. Taking JMO at 57. I see him fall to the 6th round pretty often in the eliminator, but I'm still taking him here, man. Although DJ Moore, honestly, is a good price. And sometimes I will take DJ Moore ahead of JMO in the eliminator. Header. It was saved, though. Oh, gotcha. Hey, that's nice. I love that I can hear if something's actually going on. Pretty funny. Like, oh, what happened? Is it still 0-0 too? Not too surprised. I didn't look at like any soccer bets or anything. So I don't really know much. All right, I'm on the clock here. Tyler Warren, Brian Thomas, Marv. Oh gosh. Feels not great. This is usually just when I reach for my favorite player. But on this one, I'm going to take Daniels. Did we get him? We did. Switch it up a little bit, man. Let's get Jane Daniels. I like Jane Daniels a lot. And I just took Rico Dowdle at pick 90 in my other eliminator. Wow. I'm going to show you guys this team that's going on right now because it's looking pretty dang nice. Was it this one? No. This one. Right? No, it was this one. Yeah, look at this team. So we got Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Devon Achane, David Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Rico Dowdle at pick 90. So I'm going to be done at 4 running backs again. And then St. Brown, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison. Pretty fun trio. Drafting 2 good teams right now. And is this the draft that we're in? No, it's this one. Drafting some good teams. So I ended up taking Jane Daniels mainly because I don't have a week 7 bye week. And I really like Jane Daniels. Sometimes I do like mixing in these higher level quarterbacks a bit, especially when I don't necessarily think there's a receiver worth taking and I can get some values later. Now, seeing all the receivers off the board right after I did that, don't necessarily love, but we'll make it work, man. We did in the last draft. We will in this one. First down fantasy. Put a ton of money on Spain because you hate Messi with a passion. Hey, good luck. And what's up, Young Moolah, baby? How we doing, Young Moolah? Great to see you in here. Happy Sunday. Young Moolah was live earlier today. If y'all don't know Gab for life, yo, check him out, man. Dope guy. All right, keeping an eye on this team. Joe Burrow is still here. Wow, pick 76. Joe Burrow still on the board. Impressive multitasking. Can't do fast drafts at the same time. Honestly, man, doing the drafts at the same time isn't the hardest part. It's doing the drafts while streaming them and still trying to keep up with the chat because I'm also still only on one laptop. I don't have 2 monitors. So I'm like bouncing around between 3 different tabs right now and trying to also be coherent with what I'm saying and have it be like at least somewhat entertaining. I'm on the clock in my other draft right now. I need receiver. Ooh, Kyle Pitts is still here, though. Let's try and push receiver more and take Kyle Pitts. Ooh, Caleb Williams is still here, too. Sure. Let's take Caleb. Pick 81. Honestly, now I'm going to be done at 2 quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. Yeah, I can be done at 2. I like that a lot. Still only have 2 receivers. But we'll catch up, man. I got a plan. Somehow it's tied still. Argentina doesn't have a shot yet, and it's 70 minutes in. Damn, dude. Like, no shots or shots on goal. Because I know there's a difference in soccer. FIFA trying to deliver Messi the title on a silver platter. Should have numerous yellow cards. I heard that was a big thing this year, man. Like a little bias. Kind of like Argentina is like the Kansas City of FIFA. You know? Just what I'm hearing. Now, is my guy still here? All right. I'm hoping to get my guy. We get Michael Pittman as our third. Just give me the veteran. Give me a guy who's going to get me points. We need that as our third receiver. Really need to catch up. But we like getting different out here, man. Like trying some different builds. So I'm happy with it. Now I'm 2 picks away in this other draft too. And Bo Nix is still here. Although him and Hurts have the same bye week, so I'm not interested in taking him. Oh, dang. Jordan Mason's still here too, but I can't take running back. Ooh, Wandale, though. Yeah, I need Wandale. I like this team a lot. Drafting 2 good teams right now, man. Maybe it's a blessing that we hopped into eliminators. And I don't mind because I'm trying to get some more volume down anyways. So I'm cool with doing that. Now I'm gonna check out this soccer game that's going on right now, man. This FIFA. Yeah, 0-0, 74 minutes. Oh my goodness. Do they so in the final, do they go to like penalty kicks still? Do they do like the extra time? And then if it's still tied, they go to penalty kicks? Or do they just do overtime until someone scores because it's the last match? I don't know how it works. Marvin was hoping for Caleb to follow him, ended up taking QJ. 1% ownership. QJ's price is so much cheaper in the Eliminator than it is in other drafts, which doesn't make that much sense to me. I have more QJ than I do in like a Puppy or Best Ball Mania for that reason, but stacks are not that important in the Eliminator. So Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels unstacked, I really don't care. I like it a lot. Oh yeah, there is still penalty kicks. Dude, what an insane way to decide like who the best country in the world is. After like 4 or 5 weeks of games, you go down to penalty kicks. Insane. Now, best player available is just Kyle Pitts right here, so I'm going to take him. Interesting build, man. Interesting build for me, but I like Kyle Pitts a lot more than I like Harold Fannin, so I'm going to take him there. And I'm on the clock in my other draft as well. Doesn't feel like a great range. A lot of tight ends. Let's just play it safe, take a quarterback. I'm not paying too much attention to this draft, so I don't want to get boxed out. And a bunch of quarterbacks go after us in this draft, which I don't mind because I'm probably done it too. 1 pick away. I think there's 2 players I would want, maybe 3. I really like Jordan Mason. Wandale is probably who I wanted the most. I could take Jordan Mason and just be done at running back. Or I could take Jacoby Myers as my 4th receiver. But I think Jordan Mason is the last player I can take that allows me to feel comfortable stopping at 4. So I'm going to do that and be done at 4 running backs, which opens me up to maybe taking a 3rd quarterback late. Or I just take 9 receivers and like 3 tight ends. We have a lot of options for this team. Spain's going to get one in the net. Good luck. Have Spain outright winner. Oh, 20K. Damn, first down. Big fucking hitter right here. Oh, I just heard something. I heard was there another close call? Was there another close call? I just heard something again. I love that I get the sound effects from like the restaurant across the street. It's hilarious to me, man. I'm on the clock in this other draft too. Likely, Coker, Diggs, Shaheed. I'll take a tight end, sure. We'll mix it up a little bit. QJ's Timu JMO. I don't know, man. I feel like that's a little disrespectful to JMO. Although, you're not exactly wrong. Like, there are 2 players that both have, like, bricks for hands, kind of. As much as I love JMO, he definitely has some real drop issues that he's got to fix. You should know when you look like an international superstar in soccer. Bro, I didn't even know who Erling Haaland was because until everyone just started telling me I look like this guy. And now it's like every other day. Pretty funny though, man. Spain is attacking mercilessly. Oh, damn, dude. Damn. Yo, when that like Mexico England game was going on, I was out for dinner with my mom and my brother for my brother's birthday. And dude, the people were going nuts. There were a lot of goals in that game too. There were a lot of Mexico fans and a lot of England fans. They were going nuts. Now Chris Rodriguez is still here, but dude, oh man, I need a receiver. Higgins, Diggs, Shaheed. This is a Diggs ass team. Taking Diggs. Need receiver. Maybe I wish I took Chris Rodriguez. I still do kind of like. It was a good price, and Marvin Moms, nice value right there. But I need to catch up pretty badly at receiver. Although getting volume in the eliminator feels pretty good to do at receiver, I will say. And I'm in a similar boat in my other draft too, kind of doing similar teams today in this tournament. Oh, I'm on the clock here too. Shaheed or Higgins? I'll take Higgins. We have David Montgomery, a little bet on Houston. Love Shaheed as well, but I think Higgins makes more sense with the team that we have. We're pretty thin there at receiver. Starting to catch up though. Garrett Wilson, JMO, Michael Pittman, Stephon Diggs, and Jaden Higgins. Pretty, decent. They're not bad. Kyle Pitts, I like at tight end. I'm done at 4 running backs. Gene T, Kenneth Walker, David Montgomery, Jordan Mason. Jaden Daniels, Caleb, really nice 2 quarterbacks as well. So I think we can land this plane. Why does it always look like daytime? Dude, it's the summer, man. It gets dark at like 9 p.m. It's 2 p.m. right now, man. I'm on the West Coast as well, so it's like still light out at 8 p.m. and it might be like 11 p.m. on the East Coast. So that's why. I wish I had darker like curtains. These are just the ones that come with the apartment. I have like blackout curtains in my bedroom, but I'm not spending all the money to put up these curtains or putting all those holes in the wall either. Not doing that. I definitely need a darker background though. Got to figure something out eventually. But in the winter, not as big of a deal. I still hear more sound from outside too, man. It's funny hearing people's reactions. Cree asking for any DK. I was thinking I might do some DK at the end of this stream. We'll see how it goes. We might mix in some DK today. Having some fun in these eliminators right now, though. Oh, dude, I said eliminators, and look who we summoned. We summoned Zero. Yo, how we doing, Zero? Great to see you in here. We're drafting some elims, man. I think a second tight end and Juwan makes sense. Or no, I'm just gonna take Juwan. I want to feel solid at tight end. So getting Juwan as my second feels better there. Quarterbacks are still unstacked, but I don't care. We need more receivers, but I might even take 9 on this team, honestly. Like, I really might look at a 2-4-9-3. Really weird build, but it could work. Yeah, Zero's been summoned, man. That was funny with Best Ball and Call yesterday, too. Best Ball and Call hops in the chat, asks about the cats, then all of a sudden my cat just jumps on his stand out of nowhere. Pretty funny. Still need receiver. I'm taking Juwan Jennings. Not a question right there. Yeah, we needed Juwan Jennings on this team. Veteran presence, little Minnesota correlation with Jordan Mason, little Houston correlation with Higgins and Montgomery. Not bad. Team's turning out okay. I think we can catch up enough at quarterback. Or sorry, at receiver. For a 0-0 game, it feels like Spain's dominating 3-0. Something tells me an upset's making with Argentina. Dude, didn't Argentina like they got like late touchdowns, fucking late goals like their last 2 games to even advance this far. I'm pretty sure. And I just saw a DM from Kurt as well. Yeah, Kurt, you can crash the stream, man. I'm down for you to crash the stream. Hell yeah, dude. We love when Kurt joins the stream, man. We love it on some Sundays. Oh shit. I forgot I was on the clock in my other draft. Okay. I ended up with Denzel Boston at 175. That's not bad. I'm trying to do like 3 things or 4 things at once right now, man. We're tending to the chat. We are inviting Kurt Rambis on stream. We are drafting 2 teams at once while trying to keep up with what's going on in soccer, man. We're out here full ADHD on display. All right, there we go, Kurt. Sent it in. There you go. All right, staying locked in on this draft, man. We're 2 picks away. AJ Barner would be great. Love AJ Barner. He gets taken. Still need receiver. Jaden, Caleb. I could look at a 3rd quarterback, but honestly, I would rather just rock with my 2. Do I want my choice of tight end right here? Brissett gets taken. Receiver. Sure, let's take a Trey Harris. Just a good offense. It's a different bye week than what we have as well. We'll take a Trey Harris. We're going to take a lot of receivers. And I'm 1 pick away in my other draft as well. Tank Bigsby is still here 20 picks past ADP. What? I was planning on being done at 4 running backs, but if Tank is still there at 186, I'm going to take him. We're 1 pick away, and Tank is still there. Dude, how can I pass up on that? I don't know if I can. Okay. Sometimes just got to take the values that it gives you. Now, 3rd tight end, is that what we want? Malik Washington is still here staring at us. I think Terrence Ferguson is fun. I don't care if he has the same bye week as Kyle Pitts. I'm not afraid. Let's do that. And I'll probably take 2 more receivers and go with like 9 receivers on this team. I don't think we need 5 running backs. We don't need 3 quarterbacks. Let's roll with it, man. Yeah, bet. There we go, Kurt. We'll get Kurt in here again. Hey, happy Sunday, Alex. Great to see you in here. Best ball on call. Yeah, someone in the kitties. They've been really chill this morning, man. You know, Momo's just chilling up in his stand. Dan's on the couch. Argentina looks tired as hell. Spain's going to put one in. Yeah, we'll rip another eliminator with Kurt as well. And I agree with you. Alvin Kamara is quite a nice pick in the eliminator. I think I have a decent amount of him. But Troy Franklin, I think I have like, I don't know, maybe 2 shares of 2, maybe 3 in like a few hundred drafts. I'm not really drafting Troy Franklin. I draft Pat Bryant over Troy Franklin. Now I'm looking at this other draft. I'm trying to stay locked in as well because it's a pretty nice team. Man, oh, if I can get 2 on this team, that'd be sick as well. I'm going to show you guys this team after I draft it because it's a pretty sweet team, I must say. I think we landed the plane pretty well. We do have some bye week issues, but man, it's a really solid team. And then I'll probably finish with 1 tight end as well. Okay, 4 picks away in this draft. Yeah, I'm with Marvin. Bryant over Franklin. 0 likes him, though. Best friends with Bo. That is important. Gets him to stay on the team. Troy in a 1st rounder for Jonathan Taylor. Is this a dynasty question? I honestly don't play dynasty, so I'm not really the guy to ask about that. receivers, Antonio Williams is still here. I have Jaden Daniels. Sure, why not? Why not take a rookie? I don't think I have a rookie on this team yet. I don't. So why not take Antonio Williams, who stacks at pick 200? I don't think that's a bad move. And then do I want 9 receivers? Like, I think so. I don't need a 4th tight end. I don't need a 5th running back. I don't need a 3rd quarterback. I might as well just take another receiver. And we're talking about Pat Bryant over Troy Franklin. Keenan Allen, though. I might even just take a Keenan Allen, even though it's so boring on this team. I do think it kind of makes sense. Troy had a better season than BTJ, Ladd, Jefferson. It is very fair. Are you guys going to make me take Troy right now? Fuck it. Yeah, sure, dude. We're talking about Troy. Let's do it, man. I never take him, so maybe I'll be talked into him this time. You know, as our 9th receiver, we're taking 9 receivers, man. Like, it's fine. It's fine. And I actually just took a really weird round 18 pick in the other draft. I took Michael Mayer. Kind of my first time taking him, but why not? Made a little sense. Yeah, that makes sense. You think the Colts would trade their star player to a team that's competing for a Super Bowl? I definitely don't think oh, you're talking about real life for Troy Franklin and Jonathan Taylor. No. No, absolutely not. I don't think that happens at all. No chance, unfortunately. But let's go over this team that we drafted, and then we'll have Kurt Rambis join. I sent you the link, right, Kurt? Did you get it? Pretty sure I sent you the link. But yeah, hop on in backstage, Kurt. We'll go over these teams, and then we'll hop some more eliminators. I just sent it to Kurt again, just in case. Might have gotten 2 emails. But we'll go over this team, and then I'll show you guys the other team that we were in before that I did on the side. So we got a 2-4-9-3. I don't think I've ever built an eliminator like this yet, but I'm okay with it. Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams. If I get these 2 quarterbacks, I am going to be done at 2. Running backs, Genty, Kenneth Walker, Dave Montgomery, Jordan Mason. I think this is about as thin of a 4 running back team as I want to make, but starting with these 3, I'm pretty happy with it. And then Jordan Mason is one of the last available running backs that I feel comfortable stopping at 4 with. Receivers, we loaded up Garrett Wilson, J-Mo, Michael Pittman, Stephon Diggs, Jaden Higgins, Juwan Jennings, Trey Harris, Antonio Williams, Troy Franklin. A lot of guys that can just hit our lineup. Some nice upside too. Tight ends, Kyle Pitts, Juwan Jennings, Terrence Ferguson. Or sorry, Juwan Johnson and Terrence Ferguson. Like that quite a lot. I like it. Mayer, not a weird pick. Gunnar Helm. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Gunnar Helm entirely. Like, I don't feel as good about him as I do the other guys at the end of drafts. But I'll show you this other eliminator that I did. Oh, something went wrong. Refresh the page. It's making us refresh. Oh, I'm hearing sound effects from outside again. What's going on? I'm hearing the ohs. I'm hearing a lot of sound effects now. All right. Oh, even more, man. Dude, I'm trying to stay locked in on this, but all I'm hearing is cheering from outside. Okay. I got some overlapping bye weeks, but whatever. Quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, Sam Darnold, Tua as our 3. Running backs, Achane, Montgomery, Josh Jacobs, Rico Dowdle. Really strong 4. And then I wasn't going to take Tank, but 186. like 186 Tank Bigsby in the eliminator. I'm gonna take him. I have Jalen Hurts as well, so a little bet on Philly. Receivers: St. Brown, DJ Moore, Marvin Harrison, Wandale Robinson, Trey Tucker, Juwan Jennings, and Denzel Boston. I actually really like this receiver room. And then Kyle Pitts, Isaiah Likely, and Michael Mayer. I don't take a ton of Isaiah Likely, but he fell to 138, and I like him more in the eliminator than I do in other contests because if Malik Neighbors happens to miss time, then he's just going to have a bigger role to start. So I like that a lot, man. These teams turned out quite well. Caleb makes every team feel weaker. I mean, I got him at 81, though. Caleb at 81 is totally fine. At least he runs the ball. Argentina's showing some life. It seems like they really show out near the end of games. Am I near the stadium? No, dude. I'm in Vancouver, Canada, man. But there's like a restaurant across the street from me, like a sports bar kind of thing. So yeah, a lot of people go there to watch the game, and you can just hear it from outside. Dumb play, red card, Argentina. Down a man. Oh, they actually got a red card. My goodness. But, yo, I got to put my headphones on. And we're doing this before we invite our guest because last time we had to wait. But we got the one and only Kurt Rambis. How we doing, baby?
Doing great, bud. Happy Sunday. Good times, huh? We got World Cup finals. The stepdaughter had a 3-girl sleepover, so I have migrated to my basement to avoid all of it. So, yeah, we're here.
Here we go. Yeah, perfect. Happy Sunday. Great to have you in here again, my friend. Hasn't been long, but we draft shippers, so I'm always happy to have you.
We do what we do, buddy. You know, it's the weekend. We ain't got shit going on. Let's make some fucking money, huh?
Absolutely. And we'll hop in another eliminator. We're waiting for 10. So if you want to join, we got a full lobby available. And are you keeping up with this FIFA stuff?
Kinda, a little bit. But now that I hopped on here, I turned it off. So, you know, whatever. I don't care that much. I don't have all this equity like Rick Aduzel does. Aduzel has 10 teams in the World Cup final. He's got the most expected EV out of anybody. So
hey,
he's sweating his ass off right now, I think. But he needs a goal. I think he needs I don't know what's going to happen. What happens if it just goes to penalties? I don't understand how that would work in soccer. I don't do any soccer DFS stuff. So that's a little different.
Yeah, I don't do any fantasy soccer. I don't do any fantasy sports out of anything other than football. Like I'm a football only type of guy.
I don't even do NBA.
No,
but, you know, I'll watch NBA when it gets to the playoffs, but I don't like watching it before then. No one really tries that hard. You know, the defense is just shit. So I'd rather just watch college basketball. Even though the NIL shit with the portal and everyone transferring all the time, it's like you get a couple guys on your team you like, and then the very next year you're just trying to keep them and you're having to pay them a couple million or they're just leaving and you lose. It's like the whole team just transforms year after year now. It's lost its purity to me, honestly.
Well, also like the 82 games in a season, it's just a lot, man. Like 17, 18 in the NFL, it's easy enough to keep up with, but 82 in basketball, like 160 or something in baseball. Like
I don't
know how you can really get that invested.
No, and they're watching it from like the jump too. It's like, oh, maybe we started 8-2. It's like, okay, there's only 150 more games to go. I'm not watching that shit. It takes too long, and every game's about 4 hours too. I don't know how people can invest that much time into it unless they have money on it. Then it's different. But if I had no equity and money on it, I don't give a fuck. Seriously.
I'm with you, man. And Zero's wondering if we want the smoke. We want the smoke.
Bring it in, Zero bucks. We don't give none either. Let's go.
Gus smoked last year in the tournament. Hey, every year is different, man. Yeah, we want the smoke. Yeah. Come on and bring it. So we got some insight. Players will still get points for goals if they go to penalty kicks.
That sucks. That sucks. Because then all of a sudden it goes from one guy scoring a goal and you just win to now it's random based on who they pick to do their pens. I don't know. I'll put my money in other places. And I don't know soccer that well anyway, but I'm sure it's a hell of a sweat.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure. And we are starting this eliminator draft. We got pick 3. And dude, every time, man, I'm telling you, 0 is our neighbor every time we do these. And we got Marvin Moms right next to us as well. Super Beast at 1. Alex Faded in here at 6. If you're in the draft, let us know. We got a lot of friends and family in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 0 does some streams sometimes. I see him hop on some streams on the Fantasy Fitness. And hey, if you could do us a favor, man, go down, hit that like button for us. We got 40 people watching, only 23 likes. Can we get those numbers up? We are 2 hours.
I'll send the bat signal on X. I'll let my my people know we're on here too. I'll post the link or whatever.
Oh, I was going to quote tweet mine and say Kurt Rambis joined.
Yeah, do that, and I'll just repost it or something. We'll get some people on it. We already got people, but you know, the more the merrier. Gotta love it.
Oh yeah. So we're at pick 3. Genty. Pretty happy with whoever we can get. Are you serious?
Genty. Flip the board with them one time. Do it for me, buddy.
Okay. I'm only doing this for you one time.
It's not bad, dude. It's not.
Just, I don't disagree because honestly, it's just getting a running back up here always feels good. Like I don't know if you saw one of the drafts I did earlier, but I pulled up James Cook to pick 6. It's kind of where I like getting a little different.
Yeah.
But Genty at 3, passing on Chase and Puka is a little tough, but at least for like structure and how our draft is going to turn out, starting with the running back on this end feels a lot better than taking like a Javonte or Breece Hall round 2.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It works itself out. That's why I do it a lot. Just because, and especially in Eliminator, because he's got the Dolphins week 1. Beautiful. You know, you're not complaining about that, just getting through week 1 to get the team through to week 2. But it gives you different combos coming back on the back end too. And what is he normally in Eliminator? 7? Isn't his ADP 7 now? It's just pulling him up a skosh. It's not that
I don't know.
big.
It might be like 9 or something like that, but it is higher for sure.
It's definitely higher than 9.2. Yeah. You know, it's a little bit of a reach, but people have done the same thing with CMC. You know.
Yeah.
It's not that crazy.
No, it's really not. I have no problem with getting unique. And we were talking about getting unique in the Eliminator and it not mattering as much for like your opponent, but I think it does matter for your own portfolio. Because if you just have a lot of teams with the same starts, 1 week can just kill them all, you know?
Yep.
Having a little diversity, especially when you're drafting 150, is definitely a good thing to do.
God, I just went to your page and it goes, oops, something went wrong. It's always fun when you get that.
Oh, yeah, man. We're 1 pick away. Drake London, George Pickens, Jeremiah Love, Nico Collins.
I guess I'd go London here. I don't get Genty London that often if he's there.
Yeah, if he's there, and he is. I like London as well.
Yeah, roll that.
I mean, we see people reach up for London to stack with Genty at the other end of the board. So doing it here and then getting a unique 3rd-round pick feels good.
Oh, yeah. Yep, always good to mix up the side of the board. Every once in a while. Really, don't do it all the time, but, you know, every once in a while.
I just don't want Josh Allen on this team.
Fine.
Nico would be a lot of fun.
You know, we were just talking about this last stream, though, about the Texans trying to run the ball more. And, you know, I click Nico on this side of the board so often. I'm trying to get a little different regularly now. I'd be Rashee Rice.
I'm cool with Rice. I do like Smith over Rice personally, but I'm cool mixing it up, going with Rashee Rice right here.
I just don't like Jalen Hurts as a passer that much. Just as wide receiver 1, AJ Brown had like 2 of the worst years in his career with him. You know.
Yeah, but Devonta Smith, anytime he's played without AJ Brown, he's just been so damn good.
Yeah, it's true. That is very true. I'm curious what you think about this rookie behind Goddard. If you got any thoughts on him, I do click him occasionally at the end. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Stowers. I've not clicked him. He's a 0 in my mind.
I don't think he's a 0 because he's not going to play like true tight end. I think they're going to spread him out a little too, maybe occasionally. He's a pass catching tight end, if I remember right.
Yeah, he's just a tight end 3 on the depth chart right now, and the most that I've heard recently about him is that he's just gonna have a redshirt year
Oh,
and not
really?
really see much of the field or much playing time.
You think he's
And
a tight
I
end 3 though, huh? He had good draft capital, I thought.
Yeah, I just don't know how much that matters for the tight end position. Rookies usually take a long time to develop at tight end.
Yeah, depending on how they use him. He's a 0?
Depending on how they
Okay.
use him for sure. I think,
That's
like,
good to know. I'm glad
without
I'm hearing that about Stowers, though. If he's a 0, I'll stop clicking him.
Yeah, we got a couple people saying
Okay.
that
Okay.
Calcaterra is better. That's where I'm at right now. I just have not felt good about clicking him in general yet.
Well, it's good to know.
I
Yeah, I kind of assumed, he was going to be ahead of Calcaterra, but, if that's not the case, it's not the case. So he's unclickable then. That's okay.
Yeah, I think, like, without a Goddard injury, I can't really see it. And I'm pretty sure he's been injured in, like, parts of camp too, or just, like, really inconsistent, but he did not have good reports in, like, rookie minicamp.
That they all don't come along that fast. It's a real thing. What do we got
No,
going
tight
on
end
here? Looking
is a
at we
hard
get
position to learn. We're 2
yeah.
picks away. Lab McConkey, Quinshawn Judkins, Jalen Waddle, Terry McLaurin, top of ADP. We
I
have
never
Dinky London
click him,
Rice.
but I'd actually be probably Judkins, even though he does have that week 11 bye with London, but not that huge of a deal.
I'm
I
cool with
don't click him
Judkins.
off. Yeah, I don't get him often. I'd like to get some Judkins.
Well, looking at the running backs available after Judkins, there's like a 8-pick ADP difference, and then you have Tootin, Henderson, Price. So, like, Judkins is
Yeah.
like the last of, like, the workhorse type of running back that's
Yeah.
guaranteed the goal line role.
Yeah, big time. I mean, is the offense going to be that great? No, but you got to bet on the talent there. He's a really good player.
Yeah, and man, I love Devontae Adams too, but we're stacking up the week 11 buys a little much if we do that. Loveland
No,
goes. I know we both like
okay.
him.
It's okay. I want another receiver here.
Yeah, me too. Terry Burden would be really nice.
Yeah, either or would be great.
Terry
There's
goes.
one of them gone. Don't do Burden. Don't do Burden. Don't do Burden. Don't take Burden. Don't do it. Don't do it, Zero Fox. I know you're in the chat. You don't want him. Thank you. Thank you, Zero Fox.
The thing with Zero is, like, what we want or the players we're looking at have no influence for his draft. He's someone who always just drafts his own team no matter what, which I respect.
I do it the same
I'm
way.
happy we can get Bird in there at 51. I think the team's coming together really nicely and unique for a Genty team.
Yeah, because Rashee Rice isn't ever coming back to you if you're on the back end of the first at like 10. You're not getting Rice because you're not going to take him early in the second. And then by the time it gets to late third, he's normally gone. He got the Waddle.
Yeah, he got a nice Waddle fall, and Bird and Waddle do have the same bye week. And structurally, getting another running back there does make more sense.
Yeah, big time. I've been hearing some pushback on Tootin from some sources. Just not feeling as great about, like, more of this could very well be a split backfield. That's a little scary for his price,
So here's the thing, man, and kind of how I'm feeling about the Jags backfield is I feel like this happens every year where I'm in on one guy and then I kind of get talked out of him for a while to the guy I don't like as much. And then some information comes out that kind of reinforces my initial beliefs that Chris Rodriguez is actually going to be, a part of that offense and more of a thorn in Tootin's side than a lot of people tend to believe and where Tootin's draft capital is. So I've started taking Tootin more to balance it out a little bit, but now I'm kind of back in on the C-Rod now that we're hearing positive things about his foot injury. Do you like C-Rod?
I don't like him, but what I've kind of been doing is I figure one of the two is going to be good. So on teams I don't have Tootin and it's around later, I've been clicking C-Rod when I can. So like on each team, I'll have either one or of Tootin or C-Rod. That's kind of but I am drafting both of them still. It's just I'm feeling a little scared now about this Tootin price if he is splitting a backfield. That's very scary, actually.
Well, there's a chance too that they're both just bad, like, as well. And maybe Trevor Lawrence gets like 12 rushing touchdowns or something. He had 9 last year.
Yeah, that's not a guy I'm scared to click him. We click the shit out of Trevor Lawrence because I also draft Parker Washington and I also draft Brian Thomas Jr. on a lot of teams. So, like, I'm in on the Jags in general. I'm going to make the bet. But Trevor Lawrence rushing upside matters big time. And that's why I take him over Herbert. So
I like both of them, Trevor and Herbert. I hate that they all have the same bye weeks though. And Josh Allen too. A lot of like week 7 bye weeks quarterbacks all like go in a similar range, which is tough. But we're one pick away right now. Who do we want to look at here? We have a lot of options.
I'd be Chuba. Get that third running back.
I agree.
Yeah. Guaranteed starter. Enjoy. You know, we'll take that.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be really bad to lose his job to Jonathan Brooks, and even then, it's gonna take a few weeks.
Yeah, true. On the way back here, I'd be looking at Caleb, or even Hurts. Hurts is well, no, it's 75. I'd rather have Caleb with Burden, personally.
I'm fine with either. Caleb is my highest drafted quarterback in the Eliminator, just because he falls so much.
I know. Or we take Tyson and really lock up that wide receiver room, and then we kind of just punt off. We can come back with Mahomes later. You know, there's other things we could do. Up to you, Caleb or Tyson for me. But I think Tyson really solidifies this wide receiver.
Let's try Tyson, sure.
Okay, all right.
I don't. Yeah, we'll mix it up a little bit because I always take one of the quarterbacks here. I do think they're great values, and we know we like getting 3 quarterbacks in the Eliminator. But Jordan Tyson, man, he's a guy who, like, he scares me a little bit. Coming with the injury history, still sounds like he's rehabbing the hamstring a little bit, but, you know, 8th overall pick in the NFL draft, has a wide open opportunity for targets, yards, and he's in a Kellen Moore high-paced offense, which
you want another fun really fact, Fury? I got a fun fact for you. Guess who he plays week 1? You should know this.
The Detroit Lions, who have absolutely no one at their secondary because they're all in jail.
Yeah, that's always nice for that week 1 6-12 advancement. I like Tyson in the Eliminator a lot, and Olave a little more too, just because of that week 1 matchup. Sounds great, and I do have about 17% Shuck because of this too, and I actually think Shuck's pretty good.
I will say though, Jordan Tyson and just rookies in general, I tend to draft less in the Eliminator because I don't expect them to really show out the first few weeks. Even someone as great as Justin Jefferson didn't really do anything for his first like 3 or 4 weeks in the league.
Yeah, Kellen Moore offense in a dome though.
Exactly.
You never know. And who else they have? Devon Bailey. If he's healthy, he should get targets. It's like they got Juwan Johnson, they got Olave, they got Bailey. You know, Jordan Tyson is an elite talent. Sure, he's been hurt a lot in college, but if he's healthy, this guy is a player.
Yeah, I agree. They took him 8th overall for a reason. And Zero saying Vele's dog. I have some Vele.
I got a little of him too. He is free.
I don't think he's a bad pick in the Eliminator.
He is free.
For him last year. Yeah, he's completely free.
Yep. I don't mind it.
E-Rock could easily vulture his way to double-digit touchdowns. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. He has the size over Tootin. But we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Lawrence has the most rushing touchdowns in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's possible, I guess. Because C-Rod isn't exactly huge either. I know Tootin's not big. But I don't think Chris Rodriguez is necessarily huge. Who's their third guy?
LaQuint Allen. Tiny little guy.
So another tiny. So they got 3 tinies. Welcome to a Trevor Lawrence tush push, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, I'm searching up Chris Rodriguez's size right now. He's pretty big. 5'11", 224.
Yeah, he'll probably get it at the goal line then. Almost guaranteed. Just kind of reconfirms things. I think we just take Mahomes now.
I'm cool with it.
I like him more than Purdy. I'm not afraid to say it.
I like Purdy more than Mahomes.
I like the guy who's won Super Bowls more.
With Purdy, it's really just like he's not coming off an injury, and he showed a lot of rushing ability last year. And Mahomes, I don't expect to rush as much coming off his injury.
No, you're right there. But, you know, just in pure talent-wise, you know what we're doing over here too, right?
Obviously.
No, but you know what we're doing on the way back, potentially? Just wait. We got 0 fucks in the chat, but just wait. I've got an idea.
I'm afraid of this idea, man, because I'm pretty easy Brock Purdy right here.
No, that was my idea. I was trying to be secret so 0 fucks doesn't take him. You don't give it away. You got to be better, Jerry.
Yes. I know he's not going to take him.
Yes, so now we get them both. We get Mahomes and Purdy. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Love getting them both.
Yeah, and I think that works for passing on, Hurts or Caleb. Like, would we be really surprised if Brock Purdy outscores Caleb Williams or Jalen Hurts?
I could see him outscoring Hurts. I don't know about Williams.
Oh my God. Caleb fell to 87 in this draft.
He has been falling. I don't know why. It's just like flavor of the week. Oh, this week it's not Caleb Williams.
Yeah, it's weird, man. And he picked Cortland Sutton at 82 and then got Caleb on the way back. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Dak, Herbert, and Trevor all went above him.
That's bad. I don't know how else to say this. That just feels really bad. But you never know, I guess.
And yeah, C-Rod's huge. Big boy C-Rod.
Then he's definitely getting the goal
Purdy. That is true with Purdy. He has had some injuries in his career, but when he's been healthy, man, he's been so good.
He puts up numbies. He'll throw for 300 easy, couple tutties. He's going to get hurt every once in a while, but this is a eliminator. He should be healthy at the beginning of the season at least. We can hope that he gives us at least, 8 good weeks, and then whoever else we got at QB can carry the load or whatever. Swap off. He's useful when he's not hurt. He puts up good scores. It's like a guaranteed 20 every week. I like him.
Yeah, and he was one of the guys you needed in the fantasy playoffs last year. One of the best quarterbacks you could have. Had 40-point games.
Yeah, capable. Very capable of that.
Zero has Jaden Daniels, can't afford Purdy. I had one team make the finals last year in the Puppy 4, and I had Jaden Daniels and Brock Purdy as my only quarterbacks. It was a little rough, but we made it work.
How many puppies did you do in that one that you made the finals on? I'm curious. You're not maxing, are you?
No, maybe like 20.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm at. About 20.
We're on the clock. Do you want Baker as our third quarterback?
No, I'd rather get Kelsey with
Mahomes
or Kittle. Actually, I want Kittle. I want Kittle with Purdy. We need a tight end.
I barely got him. Yeah, I definitely want 3 tight ends with drafting Kittle. I don't hate taking a share, though. I do need a little bit more of him.
I think we're okay on quarterback till a lot later, too. We've got other issues.
Yeah, we could take like a late Tua.
Yeah.
I don't mind JCM as a running back. Or we could pull up C-Rod.
I would be Travis Kelce with Mahomes. Just stack both our tight ends with our quarterbacks. That would be my thing. And then we got 2 good tight ends, and now we just add a third late and feeling pretty good.
He goes.
Shit.
I think I
really don't like JCM though. I'd be Tyrone Tracy.
I would take Tracy too.
What if Scabo's just being a moron? What if he's doing a backflip and somehow looking like he's going to tear an ACL while doing it now? He needs to stop with the fucking backflips. Enough, Scadaboo. I have way too much money in you. Stop being a moron. Just stay healthy and play, damn it.
Yeah, dude, that one did not look good, man. That was bearish.
Yeah, and he's falling now because of it. I saw him fall like 12 picks past ADP earlier today. It was disgusting. Like, it was that video came out, all of a sudden, immediately he's falling now.
Well, honestly, like, I hate to say it, but with just like the history of the New York Giants organization, they seem to get a lot of talented players who seem to have really terrible injuries early in their career and never really look the same after. And I'm afraid that's going to happen to Malik Neighbors and Cam Scadabo.
And possibly Jackson Dart, too, if he doesn't stop acting like an idiot whenever he runs the ball.
Yeah, their turf. Everyone's been complaining about the MetLife turf. And now I know like the NFLPA and a lot of players are making a big stink about it because of everything they did for FIFA. Getting real grass. And that's where they're playing like the World Cup game right now. They're playing it in MetLife on real grass.
Right. That's crazy.
And I'm checking in on that game right now. It's still 0-0 in the 105th minute.
Lovely. I missed
Argentina
so much.
has a red card.
So they're down a man? Yeah. Not fun for them.
No. Penalty kicks would be wild for a way to decide, like, who wins, man. That's insane. I feel like I should go just to first goal, like hockey.
Yeah, but that could drag out another 90 minutes. If they don't score
Isn't that
for
exciting?
104, no, it's more boring.
All right, we're on the clock.
Yeah, I'm a little not.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. Chig?
Yeah, Chig kind of feels like the best option. Chig.
Especially when we only have Kittle, I think Chig is good.
We didn't get Kelsey. Shit. Yeah, Chig for sure then.
Okay, and on the way back, we probably want a receiver too.
Yeah, we probably do. Except they're gross. I'd be 2Js. I'd scroll the fuck down and get 2Js Jennings. 2Js.
I don't hate it.
I like him more than McMillan.
I like McMillan, but stacking up the week 10 buys.
Yeah,
I like
I'd rather
McMillan more when I have Baker.
Yeah. I'd want 2Js. I'd pull him up because he isn't going to come back to us.
Zero saying we get Kelsey, we get Chig, he gets Kelsey. Yeah, he has Jaden, so I believe, right? Yeah, he has Jaden. Nice 3 quarterbacks there for him.
Yeah.
I'm cool with Jauan Jennings.
I'd be 2Js.
All right, let's do it.
We didn't pull him up that far. It was like 8 picks or something.
No, and honestly, I would prefer to get him in the eliminator than in other contests. He's also a guy who just can get touchdowns, which we like.
I mean, he's dropped like nuke games before. Let's not forget. I mean, he's had games where he's dropped over 30 before. Sure, he's got Addison and Jettas in front of him, but who's not to say one of those two goes down and then you just hit a gold mine? So in that offense, the Stefanski offense, it's a nice spot to be one of the top 2 wide receivers. And being a third, I could see them running a lot more 3 wide receiver sets this year, getting him in. They didn't just get him in for no reason.
Well, yeah. Plus, like, I would argue he's probably, I mean, next to Justin Jefferson, of course, probably the favorite red zone target because I think he's better in the red zone than Hawkinson will be. And Justin Jefferson really hasn't been like that big of a red zone target in his career.
Yeah, he could be if he wanted to be, though. He is Jettas. You know, he's got that in his repertoire for sure.
He's so good at football.
He is ridiculous at football. And he was just pissed off all of last year because McCarthy is just the worst quarterback ever. Jettas is just chucking his helmet about every single game to the ground. Like, absolutely ridiculous how bad J.J. McCarthy is, which is super bullish for Colston Loveland because he had to play with McCarthy at Michigan and still showed out. That's the most bullish thing about Loveland is he still did it with J.J. McCarthy at quarterback, which makes him that much of a stud to make me so confident. Because if you can do it with J.J. McCarthy and win a national title with that loser, you are a complete stud.
Hey, very fair. And, man, it's just mirrors like Justin Jefferson kind of feel like modern day Julio Jones a little bit.
Yeah.
Where he gets all these yards and catches, a little shy on touchdowns a bit, but like talent-wise, he's just so damn good.
Just wait till it, goes back to the norm, though. He hasn't been getting touchdowns, but when he really does, he's really going to get touchdowns. So
I just don't know if Kyler's the guy to deliver it to him, though. That's the only thing.
He can throw the ball better than J.J. McCarthy. Anyone can. Fuck, man.
Like, if they still had Sam Darnold, man.
Yeah, he was decent with Darnold. With Darnold, Jettas was just fine, And if
he was great.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a little more bullish on Kyler than you are. I'm
Tank here so easily.
Tank Bigsby.
5th running back, and we can be done. Different bye week too.
I don't like Tank.
Look at the running backs.
Yeah, there's some solids in there. I don't know. I would be I'd be Mendoza here, but no, if you want him, get him.
We can take Mendoza on the way back. I would honestly rather have Tua than Mendoza.
Really? Oh, just because it's the eliminator format, you don't think Mendoza's starting right?
Yeah. And we get Mendoza with
and we do have Drake. We do have Drake London too. So yeah, I'd be fine. I'd be cool with that.
I think I would rather take another tight end here, maybe.
Just get that out of the way.
Although I don't really like Sadiq. I don't like Hawkinson. I don't like Gunnar Helm.
Well, you're not going to like anyone at this range of tight end.
No. Do you want Judy?
How many? We're at 5 wideouts. I don't think we need them right now. I honestly would
best player available. You want Mendoza?
I do. I love Mendoza.
Okay. We'll do it for you.
And are we really going to need him right now? When we need him is week 5. When Mahomes hits his bye is when we need him. No fucking way is Mendoza not starting by week 5.
I don't think he does.
I do. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have that one game, or he's either going to get hurt, or he's going to have that one game where he throws 3 or 4 picks, and this is the number 1 overall pick. They don't sit that long, ever. It just doesn't happen. Not when they're actually good. Mendoza's actually good.
But I think the difference is having Tom Brady as your owner, because Tom Brady knows from experience that sitting to start his career probably benefited him a lot, and then came in, it happened with an injury, but came in, and it hasn't really happened since Patrick Mahomes, someone sitting like pretty much a full year drafted that high, and a first overall pick is different than like a 10th overall pick like Mahomes. But I don't know how competitive they're trying to be this year, and I think they might want to protect him a little bit. And I think the only way that he starts in the first half of the season is from an injury. I think his projected games is like 8.5 or 9.5 by Vegas right now.
Well, I might have to fly myself out to Vegas and make a couple bets. Is what that tells me.
Seriously. Can you not do that online where you are?
No, Wisconsin, you can't sports bet. Not even online.
Oh, that's too bad.
I can't. No, it's good for me. it's very good for me. I'm recovering.
Gotcha.
I cannot do that. That would be awful. It's never a good thing when you're down a shit ton of money and then the Sunday night game comes up and you don't even have a lien on it, but you don't want to pay $1,500, $1,800 your bookie, so you just go all in, and then you lose, and then you wake up and you're disgusted with yourself and you hate your life. Yeah, no, I don't do that anymore.
All right, good to know.
Yeah, there's something called a degenerate gambler. There's lots of them out there. I used to be one. And now I still kind of am, but I just do it in something that I think is profitable and has been profitable. So we got that going.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're 2 picks away right now. I would firmly be T. Ferg as a third tight end.
T. Ferg, significantly T. Ferg on my end.
This guy only has 1 in McBride, so I'm a little worried about that. Yeah, he goes Ferg. That sucks. I'm Colby.
No, he's so bad.
I know, but what other tight ends are we looking at?
We're looking at Evan Ingram at the end in the 18th.
Oh, God.
But in the meantime, get Ridley. Just take Ridley.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
I know, it's not great. But Ridley is going to play a lot earlier in the year, I think. And his bye matches correctly with what we got going on. Yeah, that third tight end is going to suck, though. We have concluded this.
Yeah, Colby Parkinson is just someone that's going to get touchdowns. And he plays on a good team. But the thing is, with their improved defense, like, are they going to be passing as much this year? I don't know. Maybe we take Gesicki because he's going to start early.
Yeah, unless that Eric All guy starts.
I kind of like Eric All.
I don't want to click him. I'd probably be Evan Ingram. It's so gross, but I'd probably be Ingram just to have a guy who's actually starting because they don't really have him now.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not? What else are we grabbing here? Not much.
I mean, we could take Stribling with Purdy.
Yeah, that wouldn't be. Yeah, but Stribling, I don't like Stribling as much in Eliminator, though. Because he's more of a late season bet. Yeah, just take Ingram.
Yeah, the thing with Stribling is, like, I like taking him in the Eliminator sometimes as my last receiver if I don't have any rookies and I think I can afford some zeros early on. But on this team, we do have Tyson, so it would be another rookie bet, and it is another week 8 bye, although I don't think that matters all that much. We're doing pretty good with the bye weeks, though.
Yeah. No, and the thing with Stribling is like sometimes these rookies, they take a while to come around. And you look at what the Niners have at receiver right now. They got Mike Evans. They got Pearsall, and then they also added the slot demon. So, they got the slot demon, who I think is the wide receiver 3. So Stribling's a wide receiver 4. At what point until one of these guys goes down does he get up to speed? That could be halfway through the season. So I like him a lot more in season long than I do in Eliminator. But,
That's very fair. And, First Down Fantasy is celebrating. Spain just scored.
Oh, shit. Yeah, 20K, bro. Get it?
Let's fucking go. Someone's hopping in a big dog after this.
I would be. Hey. I would get if I won 20K, I'd hop in a Mastiff. You'd have to put a couple of alerts out there though, so people could actually get in $1,000 draft. But that'd be fun.
Or you hop in one of those scheduled ones that they have now.
This guy in the clock's name is Ryan Murphy. Isn't he like a creator of some TV show? Ryan Murphy? Help me out, Chad. Have you guys heard of Ryan Murphy before? It sounds like I've heard of that name in a popular TV show as like a director or something, like a comedian type guy. Could be wrong. Might have to Google. Who knows?
Not that I remember. And Goomba's coming here with some insight. If you look at the Raiders schedule, you would guess week 8 Mendoza starts. Week 5 to 7 would be sending Mendoza to the Wolves for his first hand. Yeah,
if they start 1-3 or 0-3, they're putting in Mendoza. They ain't waiting around. The crowd, and they will get crucified if they don't. They'll be getting chirping constantly. It depends.
Yeah, I would say though, like, you're probably right, because similar with Dart last year, people are talking, oh, when's Dart going to start? We're one pick away, by the way. What receiver do we want?
Vele. We were talking about him.
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Wow, he gets taken.
Oh, fuck you guys. Yeah, assholes. No one was ever taking Bailey there unless we were talking about him. That had to have been somebody in here.
It was.
Yeah, I bet it was. I'm Horton.
I'm cool with Horton.
That's who I'd be Horton personally.
I like Torrey Horton.
Or we take another running back. How many wideouts?
No, we're done. That was round 18.
Okay. Running back room, not our best. We've seen better. We've done better. But, the rest of the team is pretty damn good.
Well, it could break right for us, though. Like, honestly, our top 3 are going to get us touchdowns. Tyron Tracy, we took him thinking maybe Scatterbo just does one too many backflips. And then Tank Bigsby, one thing I like about taking him with Genty is that Genty and Saquon are going to be paired up a lot. So if Saquon isn't the guy or gets hurt, then getting Tank Bigsby as a low leverage is a pretty fun way to play that.
Yeah, that is true. Our receivers are pretty good, though, I think.
Do you like Michael Mayer?
If he was on a different team with not Brock Bowers, I'd like him. God, he's such a good player, but you've got Brock Bowers in front of you. So unless they're going to play them both at the same time a lot, then how am I supposed to like Mayer if I'm so in on Bowers? I wish Mayer would get traded already. The guy has been shafted ever since he came to the Raiders. It was like immediately the next year they draft Brock Bowers, like one of the best tight end prospects of all time. So, Mayer's just been kind of sitting on the back seat here, except for a little bit last year when Bowers got hurt. And at that point, Mayer did shine for a couple weeks, but then Bowers came back in, and then Mayer's taking the back seat again. I really think they could get like a 2nd or a 3rd round pick for him, and they should probably just trade him somewhere. That's how I feel about it. I'm not clicking Mayer. I take way too much Brock Bowers to stomach it, and it would be anti-me.
Yeah, loves his 12 personnel. And Marvin letting us know he didn't snipe Vele. Has a lot of him. I know. I don't blame you.
I know.
And First Down Fantasy going to buy his wife a car. Hey, there you go. There you
Wouldn't
go.
be what I would do, but good job, bud. It works.
Hey, that's one way. I mean, there's still a little bit of game, so hopefully that can hold for you. Now, how about you say we review this team? We'll hop in one last eliminator. You want to do this one, Rambus?
Yeah, I got you. Patrick Mahomes, multiple-time Super Bowl winning quarterback. Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, gets hurt a lot, but when he's not hurt, he's pretty good. Mendoza, number 1 overall pick, definitely starting by week 5 when Mahomes is going to be on bye. Ashton Genty, best pick on the board, best player in the NFL, going to be the number 1 overall selection next year. Quinshon Judkins, kind of a thug, whatever. Stud. Love him. Chuba Hubbard starting. Great. Tyrone Tracy maybe starting. Who knows? Keep doing backflips, Cam Scattaboo, and crashing your head into a wall. Tank Bigsby, yeah, he fucking sucks. Drake London, good. Rashee Rice, good. Out of jail. Woohoo! We're released, buddy. Luther Burden, slappy pick of the year and forever. Man. Jordan Tyson, he's young. He's playing the Lions in a dome week 1, and he's a first round pick. 2J's Jennings, stud. Ridley, very old, decent, kind of. Torrey Horton, good. George Kittle, coming off ACL tear or whatever, but he is George Kittle, stud. Chika Kongwu, glad he's not in Tennessee anymore. We'll take him. And then Evan Ingram, God, kill me. It's okay.
That's a good way to sum it up. Honestly, might not be our finest work in this one.
This could be the ugliest team we ever drafted, but I'm still okay with it. It's all right. Let's make up for it. Let's do one more. Let's regroup. Let's get it back together, Jerry. We got to be better than that last one. That wasn't our best.
It's going to be a tough room, though. We're waiting for 10 again.
It's okay. They'll get there quick. We'll be fine.
ACL tear, whatever. Best player in the NFL is wild.
Hey, I have my opinions on Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty, I feel, is the best player in the NFL at running back.
I'll show you my Jeanty exposure. In the eliminator, it might be around like 10%.
12.3.
Raiders. I'm lower on the other Raiders in the eliminator, pretty much just because they're a bad team. But when it comes to like best ball manias in these contests, 16 Jeanty, 16 Trey Tucker, 10 Bowers. I like these guys.
16 is a pretty high number, though. You know, that's not a low number at all for Jeanty.
No, I like him, man. I was taking him over Cook earlier in the offseason. I'm taking Cook over him now, though, just because, man, there's really no reason Cook should not be just great again this year.
Yeah, my only concern in eliminator is he does have that Texans matchup week 1 where he could very well be scoring under 5 points. So, like I said last time, if you're going to take him, I don't suggest full fading him, but I do suggest making sure you got a pretty good running back room to make up for the fact that he might flop in week 1, just so you can get to week 2 where you get to the head-to-heads. So it's just how I feel about it. Texans have the number 1 front 7 in the league. It's a little scary.
Yes, but my argument with that is like even if you make it out of week 1, you still don't win any money. You got to win 2 more weeks to even win your money back. So
understandable.
I'll take the chances. And we did draft like some heavy running back starts when I took James Cook earlier. So yeah, we did help cover that. And I think I had Montgomery on some of those teams too, which is kind of fun little matchup there.
Yeah, and I wasn't saying fade him. I was saying just take it into account that he might put up a shitty score week 1. So, you know, you still want to get through week 1 to even have a chance, you know.
Yeah, definitely good to point out. Now we're waiting for 2 in this eliminator. If you want to hop on in. But in the meantime, do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you're new. We've been streaming for 2 hours, 38 minutes. Going to go over 3 today. So hey, do me a favor, help support the channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers before the start of the NFL season. That's the goal.
Jerry, I thought you were in California for a second. I know you're Canadian, but you kept talking about the people screaming, and I remember you were at that World Cup game, so I was like, "What the fuck?" The Canadian dude like got his citizenship and like moved to LA and just pulling that card. But you keep talking about the screaming. I'm like, "What the fuck?" He's like right outside the World Cup. What's going on here?
No, man. I know I got the California flow. A lot of people they like this long hair, blonde surfer vibes, but we out here in Vancouver, Canada. We were hosting the World Cup here too. We're hosting some games in this beautiful city, and there's like a sports bar pub across the street from me. So yeah, you can hear them there.
Have you gone surfing before, Jerry?
No, man, just like some boogie boarding.
Bro, we got to have someone record you attempting to surf. Like, everyone's going to think you're going to be awesome, and then you get on there and you just eat shit immediately. That'd be so awesome. That needs to be in your future, bud.
Yeah, if me and BBG link up, we can go surfing together, and I'll just embarrass the shit out of myself.
Put like a little 2-minute short on your YouTube and on X of you just eating shit face first. That'd be so awesome. Man. You see a little
Even
fin, a little shark in the background. Like, you could have BG or BBG with the shark thing, where he puts it on his back and he's just swimming, and then you have someone else record it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, man, that would be some fun times. That would be some fun times. But even like trying to go paddleboarding, man, I was like eating shit trying to stand up there. I do not have the best balance. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, and I'm a shitty swimmer. I doggy paddle. I'm like incorrect. You know, like I'm not enjoying. And then I'm winded by the time like I'll jump off the diving board. I doggy paddle my way back to the other end. I'm winded. You know, definitely winded at that point. We're getting older. It's not great. My stamina is not great. Endurance wise, problem. I ran cross country in high school to get in shape for basketball. And the first practice, I was like, I just want to do this. I want to be a better basketball player because of it. So I go to the first practice. We run like 3 miles. I have never ran over a mile in my life. I just immediately get done. I just hurl everywhere. So gross.
No.
It was just instant. And like 3/4 of the kids just vomited at the end of it because no one runs like that. Not like most people don't. Not in like you're a sophomore in high school or something like that. Yeah, no. I'd done the mile, but I was like, fuck, man. It wasn't great. We're at the 4-hole this time.
Yeah, we got the 4-hole this time. Our neighbor Zero is one person in between us this time. So we got a little bit of space. And then Super Beast, who was one away from us last time, is our neighbor today. And we got Daniel in here too. Welcome. Happy to see you join. We got the Dream Crusher in at 12 as well. Dream Crusher 420, 365. Yeah, one door down for Zero. Now, pick 4. Can we take one of the top 4?
Maybe. I'm kidding, man. No, we can take one of the top 4. I'm Puka over Chase.
I've taken Puka over Chase a couple times, and I did one time last night as well, just because I've gotten so much pick 3 in the eliminator compared to the other positions, which I love Chase, but I don't want to be completely overweight Chase compared to Puka.
What if we just got a miracle? Nope. I was like, what if we just got Bijan to pull the 4 one time? Nope.
Hey, it'd be nice.
It does. Oh, somebody took Genty at 3. Yeah, they took Genty at 3. Oh shit. Oh, I'm still Puka. I don't know. Or you can take Chase. I don't care, dude. You pick one. I did it last time. You pick one.
Puka.
Okay.
I'm still way overweight Chase compared to Puka. I like Puka a lot, and the one thing recently is like, yeah, maybe the Rams defense is really good this year, and they don't need to throw as much as they did last year. But it's fucking Puka, man. And he's a week 11
He's gonna get the targets either way, man. You know how they do. Like Puka will get targeted like 5-6 times in a row a lot.
Yeah, Zero thought he was gonna get the Genty fall. Nope. Almost got the Jamar Chase fall though.
Yeah, he almost did. Now he gets to live with CMC. Not the worst.
Yeah, poor guy.
Price, you know.
No, I like some CMC this year, especially in this contest.
Yeah.
Are you still Jordan James thinking he's the RB2?
I don't know, honestly. I probably need to start clicking Kalen Black a little more as well. Because I don't really have any of them. I think I've clicked him twice. But I clicked the shit out of Jordan James, which is probably a problem. You know.
Oh my god. Send one at 10.
Holy shit, 10? I knew he's been falling, but wow.
Wow. This is a wild room, man. I'm really curious to see who this guy gets at 15. Manabu.
That's kind of crazy.
Oh my goodness. Who's available for him? Let's see. I mean, like, Saquon. You get Saquon.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, you just want to do something different than anyone else is going to be able to get, because no one else will be able to get that.
Oh my god, dude. Saquon is still there?
Oh, shit. And
wow.
He did it. Yeah, good team, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Land that fucking plane, bro, because that team's nice. People don't get that.
Wow, I don't even know if we really contributed to that. All we did was take Puka, but there's been a trend of, people just getting their guys in this room.
Yeah, sometimes it happens, buddy. But that's fine. Let's see who we get now. Let's go. We took Puka right where he normally goes to. Everybody else gets a little different, and then we get Puka at 4. Great.
Yeah. Hey,
and everyone goes Puka Bowers. Like that happens. It's like the most common start ever, and I still like it.
I'm assuming you want Bowers.
Well, I don't know. I'm willing to hear arguments otherwise. I don't want Jeremiah Love. I don't like him on the Cardinals. Pickens didn't get paid. I think I'm Pickens maybe. Let's mix it up.
The main reason is I like Colson Loveland round 5.
So do I.
And I think Pickens compared to a receiver you can get there, like Pickens' ceiling, man, he was so good last year. Even with CD there, he was so good. Yeah. He might just be like the number 1 target in Dallas.
They decided not to pay him either. They gave him a prove it year or whatever they did. They didn't pay him, so he's got to earn it. And even if he says, fuck you, Dallas, he still needs to play hard so he can get paid by someone else. I like that more than him being paid.
Yep. Now, if Jeremiah Love is still here, would you take him?
Probably not. When I'm out on someone, I'm actually out on somebody. I don't care if he falls. Guess why he's falling? Because I'm right. I'm not about it. But
so who you taking instead?
Just for the sake of getting different. God damn, I'd probably be Rashee Rice again, but I don't know if you want to do that.
3 receivers. I'd rather take Love.
All right, go ahead. He fell. Fine. I have none of them, so this is something.
It's something.
I just don't like the 4 hole. Honestly, I hate drafting out of the 4 hole. I like being on the back end or right at the top. I just hate the 4 hole.
I agree. Pickens averaged like 12 points per game when CD played last year. Is that true?
It's probably about right.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked. Pickens just looked so good. And the thing with him and why I wasn't drafting him early is thinking he might be, a distraction, causing issues, wanting the contract. But all reports have been that he's just going to be at camp. He's showing up to mandatory minicamp, and he's going to play for his contract. So I like that for him.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, Trey McBride off the board at 33. We've seen Trey McBride go in the 4th round today in the Eliminator.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I can see him falling in non-eliminator, but in eliminator, he's going to be out there with Jacoby Brissett until, Minshew decides he's going to get in because they suck so bad. But you're going to be losing all these games. Guess what? That means throw the ball. So McBride is going to be a big part of that regardless. And that's the most unquestioned thing about the Cardinals is Trey McBride. So I guess I don't get the fall in eliminator. Other formats where he's going to have Carson Beck as his quarterback for the playoff weeks, that I get. But in eliminator, I don't get it so much. So there's that.
Zero saying this guy ruined his JSN Saquon. I mean, he got David Montgomery. I wouldn't say so. I like David Montgomery.
Anything. Yeah. That's
Cam Scatterbo. Okay. I don't love Scat, I'll be honest. I'd rather take Garrett Wilson.
I used to love Scat until I saw that video with his backflip. It looked like he broke his fucking leg. What is he doing? Why post that? Why was that video posted? I would have kept that to myself. That's embarrassing. Like, you don't.
Who knows if it was even his video? Something like that AI? In front of a crowd.
What if it was AI and it wasn't even him? Anybody thought about that? People do a lot of shit with AI. It can make it look like something. I want confirmation.
He's gonna hear from his coaching staff, man.
Yeah. We need someone stable here.
Swift.
We need stability at running
back.
Yeah,
we need Swift.
Yeah. We're not going 2 drafts with Judkins. We're not getting in on Judkins now, are we, Jerry? I mean, we can
don't
click
love
him occasionally. No, we can click him occasionally, but let's not be in on Judkins like that. On the Browns offense? With Dylan Sampson still there? Or what's his name? Was it Sampson? The backup?
Yeah. And they have a brand new offensive line too. That's not too bullish for me.
Me either. I'm more into risks up on that team as a free click in the last round.
I took him in a BBM last night.
I think I did too. I was hammered. I was rocked late at night, and I'm like, yeah, fucking risks up last round? Yeah, fuck it. Let's take him.
I mean, I was stoned, so there you go.
Yeah, I was both. I was doing a mixture of that and the drinking, and I was fucked up. It was great.
Burden? I'm
No.
Burden here. A little
Oh
Bears
shit.
correlation.
The weeks
I
actually.
don't care. I hate Bucky too.
Yeah, I
Like
know. Is
2 week
Loveland
win.
available though? No, he got taken.
Yeah, like Adams, we already have Puka. I think it's Burden.
Or Trevion Henderson. Or Tootin. Actually, no. Fuck. No, we're getting off Tootin. No, we're not doing it as much anymore.
I think Burden's the best
Yes,
pick right
Burden's
there.
fine. Burden's fine. Yeah, love it. Puka Pickens, Burden. That's nice.
Yeah, we definitely need to catch up at running back more, but at least our 3 receivers are really strong as well. And I don't mind having 2 Bears. We're just betting on a good offense.
Yeah, it's the right offense to bet on. You know, a team is going to be good, without question. Also, Micah Parsons isn't starting at the beginning of the year for the Pack. He's going to take a while to get into play. This isn't an immediate thing.
Like week 4 earliest, or like even halfway through the season, something like that.
He's starting at least on PUP. This isn't like an easy, fast recovery, and they spent a lot to get him. They're going to protect their asset. They're not just going to, and they're even without him, they think they can have a good enough record. Why rush it? You know.
I agree. And Goomba is saying he took Javonte at 26 and a BBM to flip the board and get different. The only reason I would say I wouldn't do that with Javonte is I've seen Javonte go at pick 47. I've seen him fall all the way back to the end of the 4th round. And if you can get him there with a different 3rd round pick, then I don't know if that's worth pulling up in a BBM. But who knows? Maybe you get the 4th round pick that's right over the 3rd round guy. 3rd round doesn't feel so good anyways. I never hate just getting different and unique combinations.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
But in this eliminator, what are we going to be looking at with our next pick? Neighbors is still here around 6.
He just won't stop falling, dude. It's crazy. I get why, but Jesus Christ. At some point, that guy did it.
But this guy took Parker at 58. Like,
oh, that's the guy who got the start too.
Neighbors and Scat. He might have killed his team, genuinely.
Fuck, I don't know if he landed the plane there.
That's good though for us.
Yeah, that's good for us. I mean, but we only got to beat 6 or 5 other or whatever. It's top 6 at 12 in week 1. Then we're never going to see him again. I mean, but okay, all right.
I don't know, man. The JSN Saquon. Oh goodness. But I like the Dave Montgomery pick too.
Me and you with JSN Saquon could have been a different team. That would have been fun.
It up.
Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Everybody just enjoying. Oh, you don't like Parker Washington? Yeah. A lot of people don't.
He's Marvin Harrison.
Oh, it's worse. Yuck.
All right, we're on the clock. Running backs are dry as fuck.
I'm BTJ.
You're BT?
Yeah.
I'd rather go like 2 quarterbacks right here, honestly. If you want Brian Thomas that bad, we can take him.
I'd rather BTJ. Just get that 4th wide receiver in there, and he's capable of being a 1st round player. He's done it. So yeah, no, I'm all about that. Our wide receiver room officially Bucks. It's beautiful. And now we go quarterback.
Yeah, I'm not too opposed to taking like 2 quarterbacks around 6 and 7 and then just being done at 2. I did it in one of the other drafts with Jaden and Caleb. I kind of liked it. And on this team, even though we have
everywhere else, though, that's the problem. Is when you do that, you're losing some serious equity in something. Like
are you?
Yeah, kinda.
When we look at the 1v1, like Brian Thomas in round 6 versus like some of the receivers that go at 93, like Michael Pittman might just straight up outscore Brian Thomas.
Yeah, possibly, but he might not.
Jaden?
Now you take he fell. Yeah, take him for sure.
Smash.
Boom.
All right, now I'm happy with that because we got the falling Jaden. Extra unique.
Yeah, and now we just landed a complete stud at wide receiver as well as our wide receiver 4. He should be.
Hopefully.
Even last year, he didn't do that terrible. He was hurt all year. Let's be real here. He was hurt. Didn't take long.
Yeah, like Marv, a lot of receivers you prefer over Parker. Legitimately prefer Pittman. That's a bit of a stretch. I love Michael Pittman, though. I think he's super underrated.
We know a lot of people. Jerry.
Yeah, very, very torn on Brian Thomas. Some people think he's an absolute stud. Some people think he could just flop. I still take him. because he's one guy that scares me that I can just be completely wrong about.
Right. I was completely out on him before, 3 weeks ago. And then I just decided I had an epiphany. I'm like, fuck, dude. I think I'm right about P. Washington. He's the wide receiver 1. But what if BTJ really was just hurt last year? Do I want to be out in a guy who was getting drafted at the 1-2 turn that the year before? No, I don't. So now I made sure I got 15% of them, and I feel pretty good about it. And if he does flop, fine. He's cheap.
That is true. In the 6th round, the biggest comparison for him, you could say, is probably Chris Olave. Last year or 2 years ago, dealing with the injuries and concussions, people were kind of afraid last year. And he was going kind of around that 6th round, sometimes in the 5th, similar to around where Brian Thomas is going this year. And he turned it around. He smashed, when a lot of people were out. So maybe he's on his Chris Olave arc.
He could be.
And you got a fellow Brian Thomas supporter right here. Nice and Blunt and I. Also, shout out Nice and Blunt. Great to see you in here, my friend. If y'all know Nice and Blunt, he's absolutely crushing the live streams and recorded videos too. But him and I have a bet, straight up half-point PPR points, Parker Washington versus Brian Thomas. We bet a bigger board for next year on it, $100 draft.
All right. Yeah. I have a similar bet. I have me versus Nathaniel Wright. In Eliminator, whoever finishes the highest, what was the other one, $100 or gets paid 100 or whatever. He said he was going to max it. I think he's at 35 right now. Guess what? I'm at 77. The question is, do my drafts with you count as well? I doubt it. So I don't care, whatever. But that feels like free money to me. So I enjoy that bet.
All right, we're one pick away. I like the receiver values. We need running back very desperately.
We need a running back bad. Just take White. We need running
We do have Jaden, so it makes sense.
Yeah, we need help so bad. And Rachaad White is going to start the year as the running back 1 in Washington.
I do like Gainwell more than White because he straight up replaced him in Tampa Bay and got paid a lot more. But he has the same bye week as DeAndre Swift. And we have the stack with Jaden Daniels. So I do like taking White right there.
And they're on different teams. Kind of irrelevant, honestly. Just because they're not on the same team. Who gives a shit? White's decent. He's not great. He's not great. We know that. But he can catch the ball. He's decent. And he's going to start. And he's homeboys with Jaden Daniels. So he's definitely he'll get some love.
Yeah, being buddies with Jaden always helps. And I would love Brock Purdy on the way back, like our last draft as well.
I'd be fanning, but never mind.
Fanning just went. Yeah, I wouldn't mind Pitts. I like Pitts.
But yeah, but can we get Pitts on the way back though? How far away? Well, we're going to be a while, aren't we?
No, not on the way back. But I do like Purdy getting our second quarterback.
Or we can. Well, Stafford's there too. We got Stafford with Puka.
Where did Brian Thomas Devontae Adams went there to 0. We're not getting Stafford on the way back. I would take Purdy first, if not
take a quarterback here, though. Yeah, either way, just take the quarterback. We can wait on tight end. There we go.
Yeah, we can always land at tight end. Getting Jaden and Purdy feels really solid. Jeremiah Love, DeAndre Swift, Rachaad White at running backs. Puka, Pickens, Burden, Brian Thomas at receivers. I think we're sitting pretty right here.
Yeah, we're sitting pretty purdy, aren't we?
Yes, we are. The only thing I would say is we're leaning pretty heavy on Jeremiah Love, but Swift and Rachaad White hopefully can at least get us some points. So I like it, man. I don't mind playing a little thin.
It's definitely thin.
Zero's not happy with our Purdy pick.
Yeah, what do you do? I didn't say it, Zero. That was all Jerry. I wanted to go a completely different route there. I would have took Stafford.
You hope the pod luck sets Nathaniel and Rambus up against each other. That'd be pretty fun.
I hope he actually
I have a question with
it.
Nathaniel. I heard him say he wanted to stream all 150 eliminators as well. Is he still trying to do that?
I don't know. He comes on at fucking 12, 1 in the morning. One time I woke up to piss and I click on YouTube and there's Nathaniel Wright with one guy watching. I'm like, what the fuck is the point? At 1 a.m. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's still living that dream or what he's doing, but he's in an upcoming fantasy football league I'm in too. that is being organized or whatever. It's like a streamer league or something. It'll get announced, I think, in the next like couple weeks or something on that front.
Yeah, I think the same person contacted me, but I said no. I got a lot of stuff going on that time of the year.
It's gonna be time consuming too. I can
Yeah, and
just see how this is gonna go.
I'm traveling for 5 weeks as well. I don't really want to be, obligated for that sort of stuff
Where
during
are you
that
going?
time. I'm going to Asia, man. I'm going to Japan, Taiwan, and Thailand.
Holy shit, bro. I don't fly
man.
on planes. What do we got here? Kittle. Damn it. Someone just take him ahead of us again?
No, we can take him.
I want Kittle.
He still scares me, but I'll get my exposure with you, Rambus.
With Purdy, too. You took Purdy. We might as well stack him a little.
Yeah, we took Purdy. Stacking, I don't really care too much in this format, but it does kind of make sense. Wandale goes. I like Wandale, but we can wait on receiver.
Yeah.
I think we need another running back here with this next pick.
I do too. The problem is that Rashard White's bye, I think, is hold on, go to our running back buys. Isn't he week 7? Yeah, fuck. They're all week 7, except for Tracy.
Yeah, it might be another Tracy team if he's available there for us. And Chan asking if Kittle's playing week 1. I would bet no.
It sounds
I would bet no.
I don't know. It's 50-50. Who knows?
Well, I think the final factor is the game being played in Australia. Like, do they really want to have him travel all the way there to run wind sprints?
Well,
Tracy?
He'd have to be. Yeah, or Ferguson. I'd be Jake Ferguson or Tracy. But I think we need
I would take the running back first.
Yeah, take Tracy. It's fine.
We could even get Chig on the way back with Daniels.
It feels familiar. I don't know why it feels so familiar. I feel like we did a lot of these things in our last draft. It seems like it's because of the spot on the board. We're about the same place in the board, so these same guys are coming into our, about the same spots when we did last time.
Talking about the league Ruben's been putting together.
I'm talking about Daggle's league. That's what the commission is running some shit.
It actually wasn't the commission who reached out to me. It was someone else. So I think there's a lot of people trying to organize some leagues. And the
commission is something that he's working his ass off on that I'm going to be in. So, but he's I'm not trying to give out any spoilers on that. So I'll let him do his own shit.
That's good for him. That's his thing, right? Like his name's the commish for a reason. So yeah, I would expect him to be able to put something fun together.
It's fun. It is fun. It's different from anything anyone else is doing. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, there you go. The fantasy football nerd. How we doing? How we doing? Yeah, good timing. Talking about some leagues.
Yeah, I think he's gonna drop he said I think in the next 2 weeks, Commish will drop a promo video for it. It's kind of fire, dude. It really is, but it's gonna be time consuming. Fun. Yeah. Let's see what we got running on the way back, yeah? Huh? What do we got vibing?
We got some nice tight ends available still, which I like, and receivers.
I'd be very much Chig. We need somebody in case Kittle isn't going. We need about 2 more options at tight end.
Yeah, I completely agree. Anytime we're taking Kittle, I want to feel really strong with my other 2. Or even Goddard likely off the board.
We need
Stroud goes to 0.
Don't do it.
This guy has 0 tight ends.
Fuck, don't do it. Yes.
Henry.
Big. Beautiful.
There we go. And I think we're looking at receiver with our next pick.
Probably. Or Tajay Spears.
Tajay wouldn't be the worst on this team.
I'd actually be Spears big time. We're still thin at running back here. Love Swift, White, Tracy isn't, like we're just vibing at running back right now.
I would say though, if we can get Diggs or Shaheed, that's in a different tier for me than Spears. Because on the way back, we can still get like Kamara or like Dylan Sampson. Like these guys aren't that different from Tajay Spears. I think the receivers are a little bit better.
That's a big
or a third quarterback.
Not with Daniels and Purdy. No way. We got like there's just too many holes this team has. This running back room is not anywhere near deep enough. I'm
I
Spears
agree.
all the way.
Just throwing things out there.
Yeah.
Spears goes.
Shit.
This guy has 6 receivers. If Diggs is there, I think it's.
Yeah,
I don't think it's a question.
Diggs is just falling too far, and he's gonna move up once he inevitably signs, but should be soon, I would imagine.
Yeah, I find it interesting that he's falling recently because, like, okay, he goes. Never mind. Juwan?
4th and Juwan?
Strange?
It's got the same buy as Kittle, though. Strange has the same buy as Chig. We're just running into problems here. Gadsden has the same buy.
I'm throwing stuff out.
No, it's too early for Florida.
Ran out of time. Ended up with Juwan. Is what it is.
Whatever. It is what it is.
At least we have 3 solid tight ends now.
Yeah. It's okay. We're just going to really need Chig to actually flow in week 8 if we get there. But, tight end is the most replaceable position as well. The thing about having 3 tight ends in Eliminator, though, is like a lot of times you'll get one of the other guys to hit your flex too if you're going really thin at one of the other positions. You get some elite tight ends in there, they can both hit your lineup every week. It's not out of the question. I do Bowers and Loveland a lot. I'll get that. I'll do Loveland Kraft occasionally, even though Kraft is going to start a little slow. But I've done some things. I like bully tight end. I fuck with it, and then I just do my receiver through numbers. You just keep the volume coming and have some good running backs. There's a lot of different builds people really should experiment with, especially in a game as unpredictable as this. Mainly, I'm talking more non-eliminator, other contests. Get goofy, get weird, have fun with it. Draft some fun teams.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think all the teams I've done today have all been quite different. So, especially in the eliminator, it's fun just to get different, get weird, and try different builds. And if you guys could do me a favor, we got 47 people in here. Love to see it. Happy Sunday, everyone. Do me a favor, go down, hit that like button for us. Subscribe if you're new. We're streaming every single day around here, having a great time doing it, and drafting some phenomenal teams. Check out Kurt Rambis on Twitter as well. Kurt Rambis 2go6. Is that what it is?
Kurt Rambis, the number 6. And then go number 2.
Oh, I was backwards. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's right. No big deal.
Hey, an update. Levernucky got his package. Let's go. It was a TV and showed up. Let's go, baby. New TV.
There we go.
Time to celebrate. And did Spain officially win as well? I'm assuming they did, and they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Congratulations to Spain.
Congratulations to Rickaduzzo. I have to call him when I get off here.
All right, we're on the clock. Omar Cooper is here. We need receiver.
Need running
Sharps.
back too.
If you want to get lucky.
Why not playing until week 8? It's just scary.
I'm Cooper.
Yeah, Cooper.
We can take Daniel or Gino on the way back. Unless he's gone. Oh, he went at 162.
I'm not concerned about a third quarterback on this team, honestly.
We don't need to force it. We could even take a late Tua if we want.
I'd feel better about that. The only reason I'd even want a third is just because of how fragile, Purdy is. And Jaden Daniels isn't exactly like thick. He runs a ton. So the 2 quarterbacks we have are very injury prone. That's the scary thing with these.
I mean, so is Tua too.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Team fragile quarterback, but it's about their durability.
It can work.
It can work.
Now, I think we're running back and receiver here. I would be pretty firmly Brian Robinson.
Yeah, but what about Jonah Coleman? I don't hate him.
In the eliminator, what's he gonna do?
Maybe
it's also another week 10 bye.
Yeah, the bye's hurt. Okay, Robinson, fine.
Coleman's an RB3.
J.K. Dobbins sucks, and he gets hurt constantly. And then it's like, I like Harvey. I don't think I click Harvey enough. But I just think this is a split backfield where one goes down and we got a different situation going on. Someone could be a big winner on that offense. The Broncos are a good team. There is going to be a winner out of that running back room. I don't know. I don't have a clue who it is. I just know it's not J.K. Dobbins.
Dobbins is being talked about as being that dude, though. They wanted to bring him in as a priority because he's a leader. in the locker room, and they want to give him like a good role. He was getting like 15 carries a game last year.
Yeah, but he's not that dude. That's the problem. They want him to be that dude. I don't think he's that dude.
No, but I don't think it matters to Sean Payton.
Yeah, but Sean Payton like always gives all his running backs like a little bit of love. He'll talk somebody up like he's the God's gift, and then the guy gets like 5 touches in the game. You know, Sean Payton habitually lies. He habitually lies about what he's gonna do. You know,
I can't get there on Jonah Coleman. That's like a hard no for me personally.
Yeah, he's just
it just doesn't make sense to me taking a running back 3 on a team who was a day 3 draft pick when the other running backs are a guy that they just gave $20 million to over 2 years. Like, I know, up to $20 million. And then they have a second-year running back who got drafted in the second round last year, but people are taking a day 3 pick in like the 170s in round 14, 15. I can't get there.
I got you. And that's all valid.
Wow, Travis Hunter, 184.
He's been falling.
Probably the farthest I've seen him go in the Eliminator.
He's been falling real big. Often.
Real bad, yeah.
I'd be Jaden Blue.
I don't mind Jaden Blue. I think if we want a third quarterback, though, Super Beast only has one. So I think
we have to. Oh, this is where we do the Tua thing? Do the Tua thing then. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, if we want our third quarterback, we have to take him now.
Do it. I'm totally fine with that. And Blue might even come back to us.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yep. Okay. Now the quarterback position is firmly stable. Great.
I think we can get away with 6 receivers if we want to go 6 running backs as well.
It's probably the plan. Because we're very strong at receiver.
Yeah. Especially with the top 3-4 guys that we drafted. Hoping Brian Thomas is just that dude.
If he is, that team's going to put up some fucking points out of that wide receiver room. That could be ridiculous, the points they put up. God, Helani. Jesus. I'd be more Justice Hill than Helani.
Yeah, just queuing some guys up I think might get some points. The only reason I'm like, I still have not really clicked Helani, but the friend of the channel, Zane Denani, he's been talking about George Helani, kind of talking him up a little bit. A lot of buzz coming out of Seattle about Helani.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen the guy play football. It's hard for me to have an opinion on this guy when they just had drafted a first-round running back and Price, and they got what's his nuts from the Packers that came over there too. I don't know. It doesn't feel great. I just don't see it really amounting to anything good. Not anything. I don't really
disagree either.
It's like maybe we get a 6 out of him. Yay! It's just, I don't know.
Just I'm with you though that I do prefer Justice Hill.
Yeah, he could actually give us something huge. Henry goes down, comes the Justice Hill show. That would be cooking.
Yeah, I agree. And let's look at receivers, but not say anyone.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of friends in here.
Yeah.
But I'll slowly scroll through these. And let's see if there's a couple names that can stand out. I definitely have a couple.
Do you see Dream Crusher just took both the Browns quarterbacks to end his draft?
Who else does he have? Stafford. All week 11s. Bro. Your dreams will be crushed in week 11.
If it gets there.
Yeah,
you got Deshaun Watson sucking, possibly going to jail. You got Stafford, okay, he's over 40. That team is rough.
It is pretty rough, not gonna lie. All right, we're 1 pick away. Who are we wanting?
We want Bernard. Not close.
You want Jeremy?
Yeah, he's guaranteed.
I would be Keenan.
Nah, you got to quit clicking him so often. We don't know what's going on there. Jeremy
we
Bernard.
Have another rookie.
Doesn't matter. Bernard's going to be the slot right from the jump. Promise you.
I don't know. I don't know how well he's going to connect with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers doesn't seem to love rookies that much.
This guy has been working his ass off and posting videos showing he's working his ass off all off season. He's trying to be good from the jump. The kid wants it. He's a good kid.
Okay. Went to Alabama. I know that.
Yeah. This isn't, Brandon Ayuk out here trying to do what he's doing. This is a kid actually putting in the work behind the scenes to become really good. And he's guaranteed to be the slot guy right from the jump. Get in on him, Jerry. I'm serious.
Okay. I'll take some pick. I have no problem taking anyone around 18, really, with our last pick, especially an upside swing. Kind of fun. Receivers definitely are a little thin, but when we have Puka, Pickens, Burden, Brian Thomas, we're really just expecting these guys to all be studs, which they can
call that
be.
wide receiver room thin. That makes me laugh. That is
I'm saying thin because we have 6. We have 6 and our last 2 are rookies. That's why I say that.
Quality wise, though, this is the opposite of thin. That's a loaded wide receiver room in my book.
I don't know, just because like Brian Thomas and Burden are still question marks in my books. Like,
what do you think, Chad? Is that wide receiver room thin or does it fuck? Can we get a vote going? You got the vote structure, Jerry? We can get a vote on the wide receiver room. That'd be fun.
I don't know if I can do. I don't know if I can do polls yet.
It's something we'll have to figure out in the future.
We might need more subscribers for that. We'll have to figure it out. But
shitter polls, those are fun.
Yeah, we'll go over it for today. We'll figure it out. So we got a 3-6-6-3. Me and Rambus. We had some tough rooms today, but we got some decent teams. Got a little different for our portfolios. And you got one guy saying it fucks. All right, straight wide receiver room.
Yeah.
Okay. Daniel won the thin contest.
The problem we had is we had the 3 and the 4 pick today. We're not getting the sweet spots in the draft board. None of the teams looked that fucking great out of the 3 or the 4 hole, ever. It's the worst spot on the board to be. So you kind of got to get creative. The running backs that come back on the second round when you're in the 3 or the 4 hole, and in the third round, you're either reaching down for a guy you actually like, or you're stuck taking fucking Jeremiah Love or somebody similar in that area, or Javonte way early, and you don't like that either. So then you're just taking another receiver or Brock Bowers or something along those lines, and you get real thin at running back, and this is what happens. So it's just a tough spot to draft out of, period. I'm getting defensive.
Yeah, it really is. So let's recap this team. We got a 3-6-6-3. Jaden Daniels, Brock Purdy, and Tua. A nice follow there on Jaden and Purdy, though. Quite like that. Running backs, we started with Jeremiah Love, and I'm kind of glad that we ended up with 6 because he might start off a little slow. We got DeAndre Swift to hopefully help out at the beginning of the season, Tyrone Tracy too, and then finish off with Brian Robinson and Justice Hill. Just backup running backs on good offenses who can probably just get some points regardless of an injury, but a lot more if one does happen.
Yep.
Receivers, Puka Nacua, George Pickens, Luther Burden, Brian Thomas, Omar Cooper, Jeremy Bernard. Thin, not thin. Either way, we're shipping it with it.
Yeah.
Tight ends, George Kittle, Chig, and Juwan. I mean, George Kittle a little questionable to start the year, but Chig and Juwan, they can help fill that as well. So, interesting teams for us, Rambus.
Little different builds out of the boys today. It's okay, though. Feeling pretty good about them, and, we'll keep trucking along.
And we like getting our different builds. We were talking about that, man. Getting different, getting unique for our own portfolio.
Hey, at least we don't have 3 week 11 quarterbacks like that one guy who's got both of the Browns in there with Matt Stafford. Can we look at the rest of that shitter? Let's have a little fun with the little shitter review.
Yeah, we might have to check out this one. Dream Crusher. All of you do this one.
Matthew Stafford, you're over 40, aren't you? You're looking old. Deshaun Watson, don't be a woman in the same room as him. You might have to run. Shedeur Sanders, yeah, he might be starting after week 5 or something. So good. I mean, week 11, you probably you don't have a quarterback in week 11, buddy. Wake up. Derrick Henry, he's old, but he's good. Josh Jacobs, this guy might have something against sexual assault or something. I don't know. He took Deshaun Watson and Josh
Jacobs.
He
hates women.
He might have a type. I mean, does he have Rashi too?
He's got Justin Tucker as his kicker.
He's got 2 week 9 buys coming in hot with Tony Pollard, Jalen Warren, and then Woody Marks. He's terrible. Woody Marks sucks. Jetta's fun. Ibuka fun. Sutton fun. Not fun. Sutton old, but is Sutton even that old? I'm curious, Jerry. How old is he? Like
Yeah, I think
28?
it's like 29, 30.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean
Google it right now.
he's consistent. Jacoby Myers getting old. Jaden Higgins, I like him. 2J's, I like him. Flournoy, he's a great pick. I love Flournoy. Keep going a little. Scroll a little.
He's 30, by the way. And his birthday's in October, so he's going to be 31.
Yeah. Tucker Kraft might not start the season right away, or he's going to start slow. Greg Dulcich, way to make up for it, bud. And then Tiefer, probably not. This team is so ass. Yeah, it's hilarious, actually.
Hey, good for our thin advance rate,
Yeah, I feel good about week 1 against that team for sure. Hopefully he gets that team through. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate drafting with you guys. It's been fun, man. And Kurt, always love when you come and crash the stream, my friend. If you haven't checked out Kurt, check out Kurt. We love when he joins the channel. Anything you want to say to the people?
Not really. It sounds like there's a herd of elephants upstairs. Like, I dunk. I got all these damn children in my house. I should probably go tend to their bullshit. So, yeah, we're going to do that. In the meantime, watch Jerry, subscribe to Jerry, like Jerry, subscribe to my shit too if you want. Kurt Rambis on YouTube. I'll drop some shit soon. I'm still bitching at the tech team, but what do we do? We'll get them to give in eventually, or I'll figure some shit out. Later, boys.
Later, guys. I love you. Joy's beautiful.
Hey, damn it. Hey, down. Hey, buddy.
Yo. Oh, dude, I just fell off my stool too. Yo, what a way to end this stream. Okay.